Are you ready?
This is the ChampionClix podcast with your hosts.
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruffman.
Ravage.
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane.
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab.
We are
best friends.
Asgard to Mouth. And Pete.
'Cause I'm just me.
Welcome back to the ChampionClix podcast. I'm your host Ryan, and with me as always are Miles and Dan. Pete is off celebrating his wedding anniversary, so I'm sure someone will miss him. Miles, what's been going on with you?
Well, I am that someone. Nothing much. Yeah, I'm a little sad. I haven't had my Pete fix this week, but other than that, it's been a good week.
Agreed.
Yeah, nothing really newsworthy.
Dan, how's your life?
Bit of a whirlwind, but it was nice. I also did not get my Pete fixed. I was in Kenosha yesterday for ChampionClix and didn't get to see him there either. But I hope he enjoys his 20th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, he is gone, but he will be back this weekend for the Icy. We recorded a couple videos for YouTube on Saturday. The Displacer Beast one is already up, and then we also have a Collector's Trove brick that we did, and I just need to finish editing, and then that'll probably be up on Thursday. Sunday we went to a Super Bowl party. I'm not a big sports ball fan. I was just really looking forward to socializing a little bit before the long work week ahead. So another weekend that kind of just flew by before we got to really relax, but all fun. All right, how about some news? This Saturday is our Icy Regional at Coliseum Games in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We hit our 32-player cap, but 4 more slots have just been added. Only the first 32 will get the Parademons, but there's always a few people that don't show and a few that come that didn't pre-register, so there's still a chance depending on how all that plays out. Collector's Trove will be legal. We are also running BRs as soon as there's 4 players that want to play, so we'll get those going. In our Icy, we're giving away a Deceased Black Adam and Sky Cycle Hawkeye through a raffle to 2 different people. To get raffle tickets, you just got to play in the BRs. First gets 4, second gets 3, third gets 2, and fourth gets 1 of those raffle tickets. And then we did also want to clarify what happened at the New Orleans event right after Top Cut. So we reported that Lucas asked Kenny if he was on Last Click. And what happened was Kenny just said he was on Last Click thinking it was his last click. So just wanted to clear the air on that one. So the air's been cleared. Rock Cup has finally made their dates public instead of just burying them in a stream. Those dates are May 14th through the 18th. The schedule of events still hasn't been posted, so you gotta stay tuned for that still. And live on location, here's Pete, live, with a totally live Bookwood report that was not pre-recorded this weekend before he left on his trip.
Bookwood Report! Hello, friends. It's time for the People segment. And in keeping of the theme of the People segment, I'd like to let you know here at ChampionClix, our commitment to you, the people, the community that makes this game so great, is so great that neither rain, nor sleet, nor a 20th wedding anniversary international trip is going to keep me from bringing you the Bookwood Report. This week, Bookwood had some interesting purchases. He got himself a nice deal on the new Chase Gauntlet Panther for $35. So when all those chases start to drop in value, you can thank our favorite local tryhard. And he got himself something to display with his often shit-on Black Lantern Superman with the Black Lantern battery and constructs. So you can make a nice little shrine to that piece of crap piece that gets smashed on a regular basis around here. Unfortunately, I won't be there on Monday night for the practice, but I can pretty much guarantee you that Bookwood will get smashed and then completely change his team for the Icy Regional. Redmond, do you have any insight into this?
I'm just hoping that I'm one of the people that get to smash him.
Now, I will turn it back over to these fine gentlemen for the rest of this excellent full-service podcast.
All right, thanks, Pete. We did not cover any Icy Regionals last week since we focused mostly on the New Orleans event, but we do have 5 to go over from the last couple weeks. So the first is the Comic Dimension in North Carolina. They had 10 people, so we're just going to go over the top 4 on that event.
4th place is Justin Nichols with Better Than You. So we have a mystical theme with Elsa Bloodstone. Oh, the A side with Trick Arrows. Headless Horseman at 60 with Motorcycle. Kong with Avatar of Khonshu. The 40-point Hellfire Gala Scarlet Witch. Love it. And then Prime Madame Xanadu, which there's the team name. And then with Avatar of Taweret. And 2... Can you run 2 Raven Pogs? I thought they were unique. I'm confused.
No, they weren't. Yeah, they're not unique.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. And then sideline is Keaton, Chthon, Khonshu, Metallo, Taweret, and Treasure Chest. What is Metallo? Oh, for Headless Horseman.
Yeah. He's an amazing pilot for Headless Horseman, giving him super strength and shape change.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
So I'm kind of nice to see Madame Xanadu make a team because I know she's not seeing too much play. This one and the regular Xanadu are the only way to get tarot cards on the map right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. No, and seeing the non-prime Elsa at full is interesting.
I was like, wait, what? Like, not in a bad way, just surprised.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a smart move.
So do you think that, because what is it, the Bloodstone's going to take away her big trait where characters can't be healed, where do you think this team lands after Collector's Trove is legal? Now that it's legal.
I mean, I think you could still run this team. I mean, if you want to run that Elsa Bloodstone, because the USB arrow and other ways to KO the objects, like that's still not going to work. Except the only difference is that you're also hurting your own team.
Yeah.
So Chthon is an interesting call. Hopefully he put it on Elsa Bloodstone since you can't heal.
And then what about Headless Horseman? What's he doing with the motorcycle? Running shot? Yeah.
It's going to be super senses. No, it's going to be super senses in charge.
He's
So
got
you're getting
zero.
all.
He's got 0 range top dial, so he won't be able to do it, like actually shoot anybody.
Oh, that's right. His pulse
Yeah,
rate
he gets
doesn't
involved.
come in until, what is it, click 5.
Yeah, later.
And then what is he taking from Metallo then? Super strength?
Super strength and
Shape change. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, very neat.
Or close combat expert if you wanted to go all out, because then he's like a 12 or 11 for 5 top dial. So
Yeah, even I think the only thing that you could really change is if you want to get the universal weapon on there, put it on Madame Xanadu, but she already has the TK, so I don't even know if you change anything on this.
I don't know if Tawaret's the call because you can't heal with Elsa on the team, so Tawaret is really not useful.
Just
I guess it's giving.
Wood access is good. So Headless Horseman could also get Chthon, because I saw this play in ChampionClix and it was pretty good. Like he's gonna take one every time, but then he's a 12 for 6 top dial, so he just mashes something. I mean, it's not bad for sure.
It's tough because you can't heal him. That's
No,
what his yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it's probably going on Elsa every game, and then you can still heal her with Madame Xanadu, right? If need be.
I know, but Headless Horseman can't be healed, is what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter if he's taking Chthon damage; he can't be healed anyway. He's just gonna burn out eventually.
Yeah.
I would think that the universal weapon, or even I mean, there's a few things they can change, but I mean, if they want to stick with Bloodstone, by all means. But you could throw in, the Bloodstone does free up 75 points. But maybe they're an Elsa Bloodstone fan, and I can't, fault them for that.
She's a 13 for 5 top dial with 2 stop clicks. That's not terrible for 75 points. So.
Oh, with Chthon, you're saying?
Chthon and the range combat expert, yeah. So it goes on her, and then I guess you could still support you. She has the regen on her stop click, and you can still support her because it's just other characters. So yeah, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about the 3rd place team?
Third, we have. That's the wrong one. Why did it have me click that? In third place, from North Carolina, not California, we have Diego Bermudez with Kongu de Damaja. Kong at 200 points with Avatar of Khonshu. Wendigo Iconics at 45. Another Prime Xanadu sighting with Avatar of Taweret. And then has Lucas, PJ, and Scott with Cathan, Khonshu, Poseidon, and Taweret on the sideline.
That's and they have the herb and also the crushed giant bug too.
Yeah.
Madame Xanadu and Taweret has to be a regional thing. No?
Yeah. I feel
It has to be, yeah. I'm in 2 straight teams. I'm looking at the meta right now to see. Madame Xanadu was on 2 teams in the 6th, so yeah. Then Prime Panther had 2 teams on it as well. So yeah, definitely.
So I like seeing Wendigo on the team. What's his exact place though? Just a secondary attacker?
Yeah, and Xanadu can TK him and give him Mastermind with her Perplex, so that like kind of extends his longevity a bit. And then he just buffs Kong when he dies. I feel like you can just send him out there. Yeah, he's 45 points. He's probably gonna kill something before he goes, but then he's here. Kong, you have Steel Energy and +1 values. Go.
And the Battle Fury with the phone booth is not a bad option to have too. He can kind of run in there and take something out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then second place is Dylan Casabom with Hidari Brings the Boom. It is 100-point Hidari with Trick Arrows, Prime Colossus with Death Metal Wonder Woman, Green Man with Avatar of Khonshu, Perdegaton at 20 points, and a Time Breaker. So
Nifty.
And Nifty, did I miss that? And the Heart-Shaped Herb and Scaffolding. Sideline was Ares, Beetlejuice, Cathan, and Khonshu. I think the big thing is just Hidari's taking Universal over Trick Arrows after Collector's Trove, right? Or now that Collector's Trove is legal.
I feel like it could be either or, depending. I don't know.
It's tough. So the Trick Arrows, I think, is still good because it still works with the 2 dangerous arrow, because you can triple target someone and then do the instead of normal damage to one of them, and so you're doing 3 damage to all those. And those other characters are now going to be dealt 3 damage because they're not damaged with, because they're damaged less than 3.
Yeah, that's actually. What do you think we're going to see more of, though? At least for the next month.
Next month, I think it's going to be Universal Weapon, and I think after this month, for Adepticon, I think people are going to go back to Trick Arrows, because I think that Pulse Wave thing sounds good and all, but I think I just think the Trick Arrows are going to be the play, because she can damage her own team with that. So you have to be really, really careful with her placement.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking was the thing. Like,
She's going to be hitting her own for 3.
If you can't follow up, she's sold out, and she's probably going to die.
Yeah, and I wonder.
Yeah, but
too,
I mean, you can damage an entire team, but you got to be really careful not to have anybody else near her.
Mm-hmm.
And with Colossus, that might be the better play too, is the Trick Arrows. Otherwise, you have to attack with Hidari first and follow up with Colossus. You can't go in with Colossus first unless you're really good with your placing.
But that's what I mean. If you're looking at this team and you're trying to say, hey, they don't have enough reach to get her over there and Pulse Wave and then get Colossus over there as well.
Now, what about Death Metal Wonder Woman? I saw this was a question too that we'll answer later, but with the inclusion of people not being able to heal with the Bloodstone, does Death Metal Wonder Woman have less of a place on like this style team or any team?
No, because she still allows you to save something from death, which is still huge.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at, is that it's still, even though they won't heal, like they're gonna have to waste another attack to kill someone.
I just think that not having a stop click to heal off of is not as big of a deal then. And
It is. It's going to save you, I think, in the long run, because now they have to waste another attack to get those points instead of going and killing something else that you had.
Yeah. All right. What about first place?
Sure. We got Jacob Bishop playing Modern Ruler. It is Black Panther Prime. It's a ruler theme with Butterfly, Diana with the Hell Cycle, Kong at 50 with Khonshu, and then Shuri, the uncommon. Sideline was Keaton, Chthon, Khonshu, Major Logan, and double Death Metal Wonder Woman. Take that, Chair Panther.
Yeah, you're definitely getting a Death Metal Wonder Woman out.
And then objects were Booth, Herb, and the Vibranium, which I feel like for right now is going to be the big three right now. But
For sure.
unless you're playing Nifty, which I feel like you still should, but
nothing too fancy. Really, it's just Diana coming out with the Hell Cycle, and which I'm surprised we're not seeing more of this, honestly. Her coming out with that Hell Cycle and being able to bring over any piece, especially Kong, is huge. Obviously, it just won this event. And then he's got Black Panther.
Yeah, you're right. Even if they are able to bring out a Beetlejuice, since you're bringing over Kong, you're obviously going to be within 3 of everyone, so you can double Quake.
Yeah.
So.
and that's terrifying with Beetlejuice because he has flight, and so Kong is kind of like it doesn't even matter if he has a reducer. Kong's probably going to hit him.
Yeah, because he ignores shape change, obviously, because of Battle Fury. And then the Masterminds doesn't really matter either because it's targeting everybody.
Yeah.
And then you're
That's kind
definitely
of
getting a Wonder Woman in, so you're going to be able to bring back Diana if she
So
does go.
I guess my question is it Diana or is it Zala? Because Zala can do the same thing, but Zala offers different things.
The biggest
her
thing
team.
is Zala has to hit. Diana does not have to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. She does
Diana
have
just has
hit.
to make an attack on a target.
Yeah.
So I think it's Diana
just
all day.
True, it's just that you're saving the 15 points from the bike with Zala if you really want to. I don't know what you like. This team, you don't really need it. You're just like, well, you're good, but
Yeah.
Zala played out really well in New Orleans, so that's kind of why I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah, no, she's still good. I prefer this, and honestly, with the addition of rivalry, you could make the argument that Zala just hits now.
That's kind of what I'm thinking because Zala has, I think, more keywords than Diana. I think.
What is? She's got that really awesome keyword Kryptonian.
Yeah, well, and she also does a +1 damage.
Oh, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
So she's
Cosmic-
got Amazon.
Cosmic Pass Warrior.
But there's some differences, but she's got
But
Warrior.
she ignores Mastermind and shape change.
That's the other thing was that when she attacks, no shape change, no Mastermind. That's literally just I'm gonna punch Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
Honestly, she might see an uptick here with the addition of rivalry instead of Diana.
Mm-hmm. And she can get the longsword for free. So Ares, because who doesn't want that with hypersonic? Then you pull Kong over.
All right, congrats to
Jacob Bishop.
So
right?
many windows open. Yeah, so congrats to Jacob Bishop for taking the Icy Regional in North Carolina.
So he's officially the king of Carolina.
He is. Then we have the ChampionClix Collective in California. They had 10 people, so going over those top 4 builds. Sean Council had a Kingpin team. It was 60-point Butterfly, ruler theme. Prime Kingpin with the motorcycle, Death Metal Wonder Woman, 3 Legacy Daredevils, all at 30 points. One with the trick arrows, one with Bucky's arm, and one with Peacemaker's helmet. Sideline was Ares, Beetlejuice, the Harley Quinn, the chase from Masters of Time. 2 Merns to make sure that Mern's coming out for sure, even with Chair Panther. And then an Orb, which is interesting too.
This feels like a very much a U team. Like this, Triple Daredevil. I was like, oh yeah, this says Ryan written all over it.
He played 9 Daredevils at 10 points. Let's be honest.
That's true. I'd probably play more at 10 points, but I like this Prime Kingpin. It just has been hard to be able to build with him.
For everyone that's listening at home, please go look up the name of this build because we cannot say it on air.
It's Kingpin me down and Pete me.
There you go.
But I really like this Prime Kingpin. The problem is that whenever I start making this team, it ends up as an assassin team, and I get rid of him and put Talon back on.
Yeah, that's the tough part. You're like, I really like this. Wait, but Talon is better.
Yeah,
Crap.
that's the problem. Like, you have to be like just dialed into no matter what you're playing Kingpin.
Yeah, and I have not been able to do that, but I like it a
If
lot. I
only-
think he played this one recently too in another event.
If only Genesis
Yes, he
with
did.
30 points, she'd be disgusting.
Yeah, as if she needed to be any better.
Oh, no, I know. It's just funny because I was like, oh, she's 35. You can't do it to her.
And then third place we have, 4-1. So he only lost in top 4, which is really interesting. Nicholas Madison, who was the runner-up at Worlds with Warner Brothers, Kong at 200 with Gaia, and Juice with Chthon, Gaia, Poseidon, and Reverse Flash.
I'm surprised that what did he take? Third?
Yeah, third.
Because I haven't been seeing this one do that well. This has been doing better than 300 point Kong, I think, right? But Beetlejuice just shutting off the free actions on his own Kong hurts a lot.
Yeah, in Florida, where there was a bigger field, it went 1 and
1 and 3.
3.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he just
I
had
believe we're one
favorable matchups then.
Yeah, I'm looking at his matchups right now, and let's see. His first game was against Richard Medina, who he dipped after this loss, which was Diana, Raptor, Zala. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. He beat him 150-0, and then he beat the 4th place team 100-0, and then beat another past team 300-0, and then he beat 2nd place in round 4, but lost to 2nd place in top 4. So interesting.
Yeah. Where does this build land after Collector's Trove now?
I don't think it's good. I know that he did good with this. I just don't think this build's good.
And what's your opinion on Reverse Flash on the sideline?
I don't think you do that because you're just giving up points. The Heart-Shaped Herb and Chthon are definitely gone because, I mean, this team goes up against Bloodstone, which it most likely will. Like, you're taking 2 damage each turn that you can't heal. Gaia doesn't heal. Gaia's just going to go ahead and give him +1 defense from range.
That's if
Yeah.
they can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts both of them so much. Even if it doesn't matter if you put it on Kong or Beetlejuice, it's going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you need Juice with Mastermind because you want him to Mastermind Kong. That's the entire point. And then you're going to heal him with Kong. I think that's where the survivability of this team is that at 200 points, like, you're able to really mastermind a ton of damage to Kong. Kong's not going to be able to heal, so that's going to really hurt him.
Yeah, and I know everyone was talking when Masters of Time dropped that Reverse Flash was like the sideline piece you always just put on now, but I have not seen him do much from the sideline. He's amazing on your main force, but I just see him give up points when he comes out.
Well, he comes in.
On click 4, which is
Exactly, so you don't have precision strikes. You're just like, well, I'm a 10 for 3.
Yeah,
And
if you have Butterfly, you have better primes that you can call in. I mean, Brother Voodoo, we've already seen making top cut. I think he got in 5th at New Orleans. And then there's even the Blue Beetle option at 45 points that you can bring him in. Like, I know he can't really delete a lot of things, but he's going to be able to at least choose powers for people not to use. So he's at least a useful 45-point prime.
Absolutely. All right, and then what do we got for 2nd place?
2nd place is Jonah Wickard with unnamed team. All right, we have 200-point Kong with Avatar of Amit. We have a 50-point Kong with Avatar of Gaia. And then we have Chair Panther with the broadsword for a ruler theme. And it was Coffin, Heart-Shaped Herb, Vibranium. Then sideline is Amit, Ares, Michael Keaton, Chthon, Gaia, and Poseidon. Atlantis, Room, and Terrorbeard, I saw. Pretty simple. just 2 Kongs that get to double. I think double act every turn until Panther's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another team that looks like a lot of fun right now, but I think after Collector's Trove, it's just dead because it's all about healing, and you're not going to be doing that. Gaia, Amit,
Yeah.
and Heart-Shaped Herb. So they're
I'm
just
gonna
going to
miss
kind of
that.
burn out.
I run a lot of teams that have healing, so I'm gonna miss that because I'm gonna also probably have to run the Bloodstone on my team or one of my teams.
Yeah.
All right, and then coming in first place was Brandon Weber with Diana Goodstuff. 60-point Butterfly. Caveman Wally West with Bucky's Arm. Diana with the Hell Cycle. 50-point Kong with Khonshu. Space Ghost. And then Perdegaton with Avatar of Towerette. So again, Diana with the Hell Cycle doing what she does. Oh, 3 Death Metal Wonder Womans on the sideline. So absolutely bringing Death Metal Wonder Woman in. But bring over Kong with some Perplexes from Space Ghost, and then Caveman Wally West is, I think, a piece that we're going to see a lot more of, and you don't have to even pay for the
I was gonna say,
close combat expert going forward because you just put the +1 longsword on him.
I was gonna say, yeah, the one gripe is longsword is so much better. It's free, and you get it's consistent, which is awesome. So.
Well, this happened before it was legal, though, so I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. It happened before it was legal. I'm sorry. Yes. So yeah, but that's no. I was just talking about that today. I'm like, man, that is gonna be so good now that he can just have that for free.
And it's got Ares on the sideline still too, so
Exactly.
you don't have to turn to that Click 8 to use it. But yeah, congrats to Brandon Weber for taking Northern California.
And he has no Chair Panther or anything. I'm looking at his teams. I don't think.
That's not a lot of free. He's not really taking that many free actions, honestly.
The big
Space
thing is
Ghost.
Space Ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, a tomb at 300 points. Wow, I didn't realize that figure was playing.
Who played that?
Mike Denisco.
Oh,
I'm going here. So it looks like potentially someone might have brought out Juice, but he played against one person. He won 300 to 145 though.
Oh, but he can't even pick up the herb. That's the problem. Like you have the herb in the booth, yeah, but you can't even pick them up, and they just get blown up.
Yeah, his only loss was to Jonah in round 1, and he only played against.
You're talking about the guy that won, Brandon Weber?
Yeah, he played against 2 teams with Keaton. He barely won 120 to 110 to the 4th place team.
The weird thing
And
is
then the other person, yeah.
I guess
So
the
really
weird thing
deal
about
with
Space Ghost, they don't do a lot of free actions though. Like Space Ghost is the main one that does a lot of frees, but otherwise there's not that many.
The Outwit on Tower Hut.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
But you need Space Ghost is required because that's his TK. I guess he also has Perdegaton, so never mind.
So he doesn't absolutely need Space Ghost.
And then Wally West.
No, but yeah.
You give him any action is free after resolutions, then you turn him back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that was a free. Oops, yep, I thought it was after resolutions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So he can't do his flurry.
There's a couple.
But
things.
I mean, yeah. But he didn't go up against many of them. Luckily, he didn't do the main force one.
All right, on to the Washington. It was 22 people at Uncle's Games in Redmond. Now you were not able to go to this one, right, Miles?
No, I wasn't. The roads were bad, and then because that's when I was huddled at home. But yeah, this is also the I think 20-hour round trip.
That would have been a crazy one to travel to for you.
Yeah.
Well, 8th place is was that Declan? Declan? There we go.
Nope. So everyone was telling me that was his name when I was running states, but I purposely called him Declane. He was John Declane. I called him Die Hard. Okay, this is Die Hard. John Declane.
Everyone
kept correcting me, and I'm like, nope, it's too late. He's Declane. Sorry.
Is this? I can't tell if this is a meme build. It's armor theme with the Iron Man from the Iconics at 8.
It's sort of. He's a huge fan of this War Machine, and he says I need to play all of them.
Why 3 of them though? Like, it
Because you get 3 probs.
I
from
get
anywhere.
it. I get
And
that.
3 complexes.
It's 90 points. That's so much.
I know,
it's so many points.
he dies hard. That's what he does.
That's accurate. Okay, so all right, so yeah, so we have Iron Man, Blue Beetle with the Hell Cycle, Ironheart, the Black Panther one at 30, which she's underrated even at 30. Like, I like her at both lines, but 30 is pretty solid.
They also have willpower, just to let you know. So, because there's 3 of the crew.
And you modify his defense +1
Yeah.
because there's
'Cause
3
that's
of the
7.
crew.
Yeah.
That's going to be really hard to hit.
Avengers TA, so they're a 10 attack instead of 9.
Yeah, plus, well, they have his trait too, so they could be an 11 attack as well.
God damn it, just keep going, Dan.
I know. Just rabbit hole. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I can't say it's not. His sideline consists of the, I don't know which armor this is. Well, he's got the one with the Avengers Initiative. He's got the shield. Oh, this is the Hulkbuster one. Yeah, so he's got the Hulkbuster Iron Man. He's got the Thor Buster Iron Man, and the last one is the, what is this? The spacesuit Iron Man? Or no. This is the Dolphin Iron Man suit on the sideline. So
Honestly, I think it's a really fun team to play.
I mean, yeah, it's probably a lot of fun. I just was trying to understand what he was doing here. That was kind of the thing.
It's 100% meme. He just thought it'd be hilarious to have 3 War Machines.
I mean, he still made top 8, so, and he's 3-3, but still.
You get 4 probs with Blue Beetle, so you're probably hitting.
Probably, hopefully.
Blue Beetle has the health.
Yeah, because he's able to. Yeah, because he targets them anywhere.
So you got to be hitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
And then in 7th place we have Callan Chapman with Mystical 2. He loves his mystical build. Yep, Blue Beetle with Motorcycle, Man Thing, Morgan Le Fay with Bag of Holding, Wonder Woman with Avatar of a Tomb, Detective Chimp, and Madison with Ares, a Tomb, Chthon, and Treasure Chest on his sideline.
The Bag of Holding is an interesting play. I guess that's not bad.
I think it's just because it's for free.
Yeah, it's just not I mean, for her, that's not actually a bad call, because she can pick up objects and just be like, I'll take that.
Uh-huh.
So what is she doing at 50 points, though?
She's not the team of, well, the whole team has Mystics, so her trait is going to trigger and heal them a lot.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing here, because it's anything within range. So within her 5 range, which is a pretty good diameter, as long as someone takes Mystics, you heal a friendly character with the mystical keyword 1 click. And then she's still sidestep, Psyblast, or exploit, and she does have that stop that's once per game. So
yeah, it's a neat place, and say I'll have Mystics. It's probably going to be a little tough after Bloodstone's legal, but
yeah,
I don't think I've seen her played really without the team up card, so that's neat. It's only Madison that doesn't have Mystics on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat. And that's the 2-for-2 now for Prime Blue Beetle.
So this next team I was following, so I was following this when you get to it. I believe he was 4-0. 1, 2, 3. He was 4-0 going into the last round of Swiss. So I just want you to think about that before you read his team.
Okay, yeah, I know you were messaging me about this one.
Yeah,
All
I was looking at this one. I was so confused as to how this was doing this well.
4-0. That's just
So it was a pass theme team. It was a, what are we at? Just DB, 2 letters.
DB Cooper.
King Arthur at 80 points with the broadsword construct. Zombie George Washington, 75 points with the motorcycle, making him 90 points. Sergeant Rock, and then Diana with Avatar of a Tomb, and Per Dageton. Sideline was a Tomb, Beetlejuice, Etrigan, Poseidon, and the treasure chest. Miles, what do you want to tell us about this team?
It's hard. I can't explain it. So it is on YouTube. They streamed, I think, one of his games. After that, he didn't want to be on stream, but he did win his game on stream. This team is hilarious because he has Sergeant Rock bringing in an Easy Company soldier who can then turn into Prime Etrigan. So it's hilarious. It was just, I was losing my mind watching it. For sure. I'm trying to find I forgot which.
You gotta hit with that a 10 or higher, right? But like that's still hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah.
What was he able
Just
to
the
do with
fact that
Zombie George Washington?
Zombie was just eating people, like hitting that flurry or that with the motorcycle, giving him senses. So late dial was when he was getting the flurry, so he's getting those flurries off. And the Empower it was amazing. It's so hard to explain it unless someone actually watches it. Like, this team overperformed, and it was hilarious. Getting those grave markers too, I think, is really cool.
Oh yeah,
They don't.
His leadership. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah,
do anything. They just don't do anything else besides that. They're just there.
That's fine.
it reminds you of how many times you've hit leadership.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, so if they're close, this is the cool thing too, is that he poisons, and when he uses it, characters hit this turn can't reduce damage. So then he's just able to follow up, which I believe happened at least twice that I saw.
I was gonna say that has to be like the biggest deal with him, right? That he's able to just do that.
Yeah.
And then King Arthur follows up.
It does, yeah. So it does suck though, because like he has to already be close for them to do that. But giving him super senses is really huge because you're giving him that rollout, so you can go ahead and just throw him out there and hope that you're gonna make it.
And Diana can get him
And
up
then-
there, but she only has Avatar of a Tomb. She doesn't have the Hell Cycle, but she can help get him up there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got TK with Degaton, which is good.
True.
You got a Perplex with Arthur, so you can get him up there because he's got Perplex top dial. So that's what, 10 speed between the two of them, right? Because you can get to a 6, and then TK for 4.
Yeah. So far, this would
Yeah, I
be the
don't know.
game that I'd be watching if I had any
Yeah.
extra time for sure.
I was
Trying
hoping
to
that
find the link.
I was hoping that this team and the Iron Man team matched during Swiss, because wow, that would be wild to watch.
All right, let's go to 5th place.
All right, 5th place is Mike Seekerman with My Mystics, mystical theme. Oh boy. So Dariao at 100, King Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone with the arrows, Man Thing with Avatar of Gaia. This is the Disney Plus one, or the next phase one. Raven, the Iconics at 50, and then Green Man with Avatar of Khonshu. And then Weasel at 10 points. I was kind of expecting a couple of. I was really expecting to read Jen Kale, actually. I was like, wait, she's not on here. Sideline consists of Ares, Keaton, Chthon, Gaia, Khonshu, and Reverse Flash.
I
don't-
like it a lot. I just think it without Chair Panther, Beetlejuice just cripples it way too much.
So there's not really that much of there's not that many. Man Thing's your big free, basically, right? Yeah.
Well, the you're losing. So if King Deadpool brings out Jeff, you're not healing her. You can still use the prop,
Yeah.
but you can't heal anymore.
Yeah.
You don't get your
You
free
can't
regen.
running shot
You can't running shot and do her energy explosion.
Mhm.
If you
Wait,
get
what do you
knocked for
mean?
any damage, you don't
Oh.
get sidestep anymore. No big arrow. Man thing.
Big Arrow's just after resolution.
No, it's not. It's free. After resolutions, Quake is free.
Yeah.
Oh my! It's geez. There's no okay. I'm thinking it's like just after resolutions because I.
No.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, well, then you just drop 2 dangerous. What is it? What's the other one? Electrical and something else, I guess. So.
The free place, which is what you're doing to get most of your movement with Man Thing, makes him have like no movement attack now.
He still got charge, yes, but yeah, without a TK, I don't think he has one, right?
He doesn't have one now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have a. Yeah, he doesn't have a
Does
TK.
Raven have it? I don't think Raven has it now.
No.
The smoke
yeah.
cloud's not as free, isn't as big of a deal with Raven.
No.
And
But
you can't running shot pulse wave with Green Man. No
Nope.
outwit. And I think that's it.
Uh-huh.
But I like this team a lot, besides the fact that Chair Panther just kind of cripples it. And Hidari isn't really too sad about it because she at least still just has the Pensai. So I don't think she really loses anything out of it because she's not equipped or anything.
no, she doesn't lose anything because none of her stuff that she does is a free.
Yeah. But beyond that, though, I really like it.
Yeah.
I miss playing King Deadpool
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Elsa.
I was gonna say I miss them too. They're like one of my favorite pieces. And it's like that's the only reason I'm not really super. It's that, and I would.
Harris needed them, and so I gave him a deal of the century. So
Oh, you hooked it up. I was like, when I heard it, I was like, wow, okay. I was like, that's why Miles is the mayor.
yeah. So in fourth place we have Alex Farrow with Brass Monkey, which is what you do is you get a 40 ounce of Old English and you drink it to the label, and then you pour orange juice into it. That's it.
Thanks.
It's 300 point Kong with Gaia, Cathan, Gaia on the sideline, and heart shaped herb.
Simple.
Definitely the last event you'll be able to run that.
Well, that's the cool thing. I think that's why he named that team is because I'm pretty sure he drank a few of those. Because I don't think you really need to try playing with that team. You can just drink all the Brass Monkeys you want, and you can function.
Okay. Then in third place is David Clay with Rule the World. It is Prime Swamp Thing at 75 points, Butterfly, Kong with Conchu, Black Panther 43A, Chair Panther, and then the 029 Shuri. Sideline was Ares, Notorious, Batman, what is this, the Black Lantern Batman, Cathan, Conchu, Major Logan, and Penguin.
So I will say that non-prime Panther is really good.
Yeah, he
After
is.
playing him, he performs like you
It's just
basically-
crazy. He didn't have room for a god.
No, wait. Oh, on his sideline. Yeah, I mean, he could have snuck something on. I think maybe.
You could have put him
Did you-
on, instead of putting
you-
Conchu on Kong, could have put him on free for Black Panther.
Did you need?
Yeah.
Did you really need Batman on the sideline? That's my other thing. I guess I guess he's.
So yeah, so David, I'm the one that I sent him the Legacy Panther because I told him you need to stick with your Swamp Thing, and so it really sucks because I think Batman would have been good main force if he was doing it the right way, because if you're able to give him the Ares bomb with Penguin,
Yeah.
but you can't. But yeah, no, he likes the Batman being able to just place a marker, and just be able to get that flurry. Yeah, he loves the Batman with Swamp Thing. So
I mean, realistically,
Batman's
you're
good.
probably bringing the Penguin in as your Butterfly, and then giving
absolutely.
blades to Kong, right? And then you just can run all the way
Oh,
across
yeah.
the map and do it.
Or Swampy.
Or Swamp Thing, yeah.
No, you give it to Kong, 100%.
Oh yeah, the Swamp Thing is just something that you could do, but it's probably always going to be Kong because that is crazy.
Oh, I just figured because he has flurry. So, all right.
Well, the big thing is doing the Ares bomb with Kong.
But you can. Oh, I figured you could still because. I guess you're getting more for Kong because he's colossal, but I was like, Swamp Thing is a giant, so he's still got 2 squares he can reach, at least. I guess it was just depending on what you wanted.
Yeah.
How about a 8 square diameter blades everybody you can see?
Yes, I know how much you love that tech.
So stupid.
You like Ares, and we figured you'd be all about that.
No,
I mean, I am to an
it
extent.
shouldn't work. It's so dumb.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't work.
All right, let's finish this one up.
Next is Merritt Chapman with Major Constantine. Or, Colostantine. Wow, he's getting a colonoscopy. That's rough.
Yeah.
So he's got Unthemed Prime Colossus, Major Logan with the motorcycle, Butterfly, John Constantine, and Predigatum. Sideline consists of the Notorious Batman? I'm really confused as to why he's here. I'm assuming it's for
Well,
his
can't
trick.
use shape change or super senses with him, and so he'd be an 11 for 3. And it also means that when he's mind controlling him through the butterfly swap, they don't get shape change or super
Oh.
senses.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that. It's fair.
So
The Black Panther? What is going on here? I'm confused again. Okay. This is the 001 Panther, so as another call-in for Butterfly. Despero?
PK.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. Major Logan, Mern, and Death Metal Wonder Woman. Yeah, so the first two, at least, like, yes, the Batman makes sense now. The Panther, I don't know why.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, Merrick. If you're listening, message in our Discord. Let us know what.
Something.
Did you just want Panther to be on your sideline? Just put Panther on there, or was there a trick that you were looking at using?
I mean, I get it, T'Challa, but yeah,
Give stealth to John Constantine and Perdegaton with the Wakanda team ability, I guess.
Yeah, yes,
yeah, you can do that.
Constantine already has stealth, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
I don't
does.
know. I haven't played him yet.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
stealth and style.
Yep. So it's probably not what you're doing just to give Perdegaton stealth, but Perdegaton probably has stealth too, right? Because he literally just does everything.
He actually does not, shockingly.
Oh, that must be the one thing he doesn't do. Do you know if he was able to bring Major Logan in as his butterfly against another Prime Colossus?
I'm pretty sure he did a few times because that's what he loves. He loves his main force, Major Logan, at 75 and bringing his second one in. So
That's awesome.
the one thing though that I do like is that if this starts becoming a thing again with Major Logan getting all those super senses, I'm liking Caveman Wally West more and more as an answer to that combo.
He's like, you don't have anything. Sorry.
Yeah. So if your opponent has double Major Logan that shares a character, you're like, whatever, I'll bring in my Caveman Wally West. You don't get senses.
Yeah, that's still a great option, but I think all he needed was that +1 longsword, and now he's just extremely playable.
Yeah.
You can main force that.
That's what he needed.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more attack and damage, and now he has that for free. So main force him all you want now.
And hypersonic super strength is really good. Especially, I've seen your shenanigans with rearranging all your terrain, Redmond. So like, I remember that with super
Well,
strength.
that was huge when that first came out with Sicarian Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so you're essentially able to do the exact same thing with Wally because you don't have a lot of hypersonic super sense or super strength figures that are really like playable.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. All right, who took first, Dan?
Oh, all right, 2 in a row. We have Peter Melton with Hadari losses.
Yeah, I was going to take it, but I'll let Dan.
Sorry, I forgot that he read the other one.
Ah, you're fine.
You'll make it up to you, Miles.
This is a copy paste. This is a copy paste build. So it's Hadari Yao at 100 with trick arrows. We have Colossus with Bucky's arm. We have Death Metal Wonder Woman. We have Shuri with Atum, and we have the Timebreaker Pog. Sideline consists of Ares, Atum, Keaton, Chthon, and 2 Midnight Angels. And then your objects are Herb, Phone Booth, Vibranium.
So I think this is obviously one of like the best teams currently.
This is one that's 1-to-1 Ed's build. So
what do you think changes though after Collector's Trove with this one? Anything?
People might go Universal Weapon. That's about it, really. I mean, I don't really get the whole Bucky's arm thing on Colossus because his whole thing is you're not doing damage from your attack.
It's fine. But it gives you options. So you got to remember, this team doesn't have a way to shut off Beetlejuice. So now if they don't, Colossus is going to be able to charge and be a 13 for 6.
Yeah, that's
also
fair.
just
Okay,
a 13 attack with his mind control is still not bad for 5 points.
Yeah,
and he gets a rollout on 6. And if you watch the game, the last one that I saw that was played was Kenny versus Lucas, and he rolled 2 6s in a row on super senses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happening.
So
No, I'm not. I'm more
I
or less
think that's why you give him the rollout and everything. Yeah.
I'm more or less thinking like, do you do rivalry instead of Bucky's arm to just guarantee the hit? That's kind of also what I'm thinking.
I mean, yeah, you could potentially do that too. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I could see that change coming in.
That's I guess it's 5 points of like. There's a couple things that are now out that could shift that.
Well, and the sideline's going to change too. I don't think you're really going to do Chthon.
2 Midnight Angels. He's got plenty of room there.
Yeah. Well, Chthon was always going on Death Metal. I never saw Chthon go on Hadari because you're not burning her for that reason.
Yeah.
You're still taking damage with Wonder Woman though, and then she loses her move and attack if you take 1 power action with her.
But you also don't. You only have the prob with Timebreaker, so I actually saw it where you moved her up and then she shifted.
Oh, on purpose, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because you
Yeah,
have a,
you carry Timebreaker with her, and now you have 2 props.
exactly.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks that she's off her movement attack, but she's still getting she's shifting to prob, which is pretty big for that opener with Adari, because you can Timebreaker and then TK, and she's there.
That's why I don't think you switch to Universal Weapon because of that. Because you're not going to get those props that you're desperately going to need, and you don't want to damage them with Pulse Wave.
I was thinking you don't really have a higher range prob, because even the Timebreaker... Oh, Timebreaker has 6 range. What am I talking about?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you just change it up a little bit for that, yeah. To be out of the...
So I think the biggest 2 things could be Rivalry for 5 points versus Bucky's Arm, and the Universal Weapon versus Trick Arrows, but I think it's going to be personal taste for people.
I think it depends on what your like secondary attackers are. I think that it's going to definitely see a ton of play, but Trick Arrows I don't think are going to fall off, especially with builds with Prime Colossus. But congrats to Peter Melton for taking the Washington Icy Regional. Then we got all the way out in Quebec at La Boutique Tabletop. There were 9 people at this one. Coming in 4th place was Francois Jean, the Royal Court. So this was unthemed. Supergirl, which we have not seen all day today, which is very surprising.
He's so good.
King Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone with the Trick Arrows. Man Thing with Avatar of Gaia. Kong at 50. The Harley Quinn Chase from Masters of Time. And then Shuri 029 with the Avatar of Bast. Sideline was Bast, Cathan, Gaia, Mimic, Poseidon, and Reverse Flash. So with Mimic, that means that we're going to start seeing what was legal from Collector's Trove on. And this one and the next one.
This is gonna be really iffy too, because this is up in Canada, so it's gonna be. I don't think we're really gonna see a lot of impact for most of the teams because they still don't have Collector's Trove up there yet.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Panther.
They just got Panther, you said?
Yeah, they just got Panther not too long ago, like a few weeks ago, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, you're gonna be able to purchase stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also that shipping ban from Canada gone? Or
I
whatever
believe
it
it
was?
is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they reverted that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Supergirl, one of her biggest things is being able to heal after that first one. Is she actually going to see a ton less play now with Bloodstone 2? I didn't even think about her being affected by it.
I still think she's really good. I don't know. That's a tough call, though. You're not wrong. So,
because that's part.
I mean,
70 points is so many points, but that's like a huge reason why she's that many points.
The whole entire trick was to put a tomb on her and use the heart-shaped herb, pick up the heart-shaped herb, and now that's not going to work.
Yeah, because that was. I mean, that's so good because her 6 range with that, being able to shoot through everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
And then she's penetrating. Does penetrating damage? Yep. Yeah, it's.
And then if you target Kong, you're just a 13 for 5.
Yeah.
With the odds of not being able to heal you, I don't know if she holds that 70 points anymore.
I guess it depends on how much Bloodstone we see, right? Like, it's kind of just, you got to read the room, and if there's, like, some, but not a ton, she might still see play. I still think she's a solid 70 points for what she offers.
For at least a good month through ChampionClix, we're going to see Bloodstone everywhere, and then once we get to Adepticon, it's either going to take a turn or it's just going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see if there's a way, but I just don't think that the points are even matter. Yeah, because you can't even theme together. I was looking at her with Yondu potentially, because then you're able to shut it off, but you don't get the +1, so it's only a 5 or 6, and I just don't think that's worth it.
Yeah.
4, 5, or 6 would have made it worth it.
But neat team.
So Yondu actually could be seeing a lot more play.
Is Yondu not Cosmic?
No.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a neat mashup of characters, though, together. They're all good pieces, but not ones that you would think to put on a team together.
No.
Yeah.
All right, what about third place?
Third place, we have Benoit Brassard, and it's Quebec. I've been corrected many times. Quebec with a K. Icy Regionals. I just know we're going to get a message about that too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 7 for sure now.
You have Camo with Hell Cycle, Butterfly. This is unthemed. King Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone with Trick Arrow. Jennifer Kale, Per Degaton, and Weasel with he has an extra space, but he has Caveman Wally West, Major Logan, Wonder Woman, Constantine, and Keaton on the sideline.
Really funny because that's really close to my team from what I played at Red, White, and ChampionClix. Like, I swapped out. What was it? So I had Deadpool and Elsa. I had Butterfly. I had Camo with the Hell Cycle, and I had Necron. So where was my other bit of points there? Huh.
There you go. Did you have Jennifer Kale and Weasel?
What was that?
Jennifer Kale, Weasel, or Per Degaton?
No. What was it? Hold on. Well, we can come back around.
That right there is 60 points, so you would have had enough points for the Necron on there. But yeah, this is a decent Camo team.
No, I like
you don't really have a way to stop Keaton, but you have a few frees, but I think that it's...
Oh, mine was the Legacy Daredevil and the Traffic Barrel. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Camo only loses with Beetlejuice the free choose a friendly bystander and move it. Where does he stand after Collector's Trove?
He's still just as good as he was. If not, I don't really think he lost any steam. I think with the Bloodstone's going to hurt him because he is a steel energy piece. But, like, it doesn't, like, no matter what, he's never healing ever again, basically, because even if he flurries, those are still 2 instances of 1 click of healing. It doesn't matter.
I think that we're going to see probably one last run at these Icies. You might see him in Adepticon, but I think that he's probably going to see most likely collect dust until Worlds. I think Worlds. I think that he's going to be played at Worlds, but I'm not sure if he's even going to be played at Adepticon. Maybe one person will. I think these Icies is pretty much like his peak.
Yeah.
Throughout this till Worlds.
That's wild to me too, because he's so good. Like I played him enough, and like he's just an amazing piece.
That
so.
not being able to heal is just crazy though. Yeah. So yeah, it would have to Bloodstone would have to die off for him to come back. Otherwise, he's pretty unplayable, I think.
And someone that's going to be stubborn that wants to play him is going to be able to like go all in on a build. I've been building with him, but like he's not like my cup of tea or my figure. So like I'm not just like hyper focused to get this figure to work. So there's going to be someone out there that's like that, and so we're going to see this crazy Camo build that like what the heck? Wow, that's a great combo. But I don't know if it's there yet. I think we still have a few more sets. We got Spider-Verse coming out. Smash and Destroy could change as well.
I actually think so. Instead of the Hell Cycle, you can because we just got a bunch of equipment in Trove, right? So you can obviously give him the shape change for 5 points now, with the Biogram image, which is solid.
I don't see anything. Is there a better way to get rid of Bloodstone on somebody than a USB arrow?
Not really.
Collector?
Well, there's Prime Elsa. She can just.
Oh no! So that's it right there. So there's a team right there. So you get Butterfly. You're able to put on. That's actually right here. That's perfect. So you're gonna do Butterfly, and then you're also gonna be able to do Chair Panther to shut off. What's it called? Keaton. And your Butterfly call-in, even though he doesn't get the equipment for free, whatever, is going to be the Legacy Collector. And so Legacy Collector can go and then unequip that object from someone. I think he has to hit him.
He doesn't. They have to choose that though. I'm not sure if that combo is going to play out.
Oh, but you can. But you can just Butterfly into it, and then you just Butterfly.
So it says when Collector hits, or the damage from this attack is So that's it's fine there.
The player, but the defensive player is choosing though. And if you're, I think that's too many points though. If you're already playing Camo, that you're fine taking the damage and keeping Bloodstone.
Yeah, no, but it's gonna be unavoidable. So it just depends. But that's why I said that you're gonna put him as a Butterfly call-in. So that way, it's just an option.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, Gambit. You play Gambit. That's what you do as your butterfly column.
Ooh, now you got me.
There you go.
He's 55. Is he 50? Oh, he's 45.
45.
There you go.
And he's perfect. He's a 12 attack. Sees well, he doesn't see through hindering for the mind control, but he's a 12 attack, and he literally just you take a max of 1 damage, which you don't care about mind control, and you just unequip that guy. It does not matter. You mind control him and unequip, and then you move them away.
Yep, butterfly Gambit's your new calling. There you go. Let's start it. Yep.
All right.
Gambit's a butterfly calling.
And then he takes the Bloodstone. So that is a top combo right there.
And then Kamo's coming up and immediately using that Bloodstone to wipe someone off the map and just smear them.
Did we just Dan just made Gambit meta? That's it.
Hey, I made Strife meta. I can do that with Gambit.
I'm all for it.
No, everyone's gonna play Gambit now. No, you're gonna see Gambit on so many builds. That's it. Yeah.
So I gotta bring back my Kamo build. All right, I can do that.
So Kamo will see play now. Gambit's the call. I was also looking at Scientist Supreme as well, as a butterfly call-in.
Oh yeah, because they do it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but you equip him.
That's actually better because then it's not sitting.
You don't have to
across
worry
the-
about get that. Yeah, so you unequip a hit character and you equip that to Scientist Supreme.
I mean, I don't really care about that because if it was me, I'm just gonna run over there with Kamo and hit you and then blow it up with the object attack. But yeah, it's
No,
fair.
but you're able to do that multiple times, and then you just unequip each. You just drop the next equipment over and over and over again. Then you can destroy it, and then you can destroy it.
Oh yeah,
With in your starting area.
that's
So this way you don't have to overextend, like
I
especially
like
on certain maps.
yeah. You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to sell out that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so Scientist Supreme.
And that gives you leadership too. And you can generate
Yeah.
people.
And you need it. Yeah, you need the
With
leadership.
Empower.
Yes, yeah, those you can generate with Empower. Yep.
So now you can go ahead and give the flying carpet to Kamo that you're talking about, and now he can carry that Empower. So now he's gonna be hitting for 6.
That's not better than the Hell Cycle though.
No, Hell Cycle's better.
No, you just save points at that point. You know.
I
Or-
pay 10 points
Put-
to make him way better.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just in case somebody wants to waste $100 on a very exclusive bystander pog. That
Yes, if you want to waste $100 to make your camo build worse, put him on a flying carpet. All right, let's go to second place.
So we have Luis Marc Dion with Icy. It is ruler theme. Wow, look at that. 200-point Kong with Amit. A 50-point Kong with Khonshu. And then Chair Panther. Sideline is Amit, Keaton, Chthon, Khonshu, and Reverse Flash.
What was the difference? I think the only difference to that other one that we saw earlier was Gaia instead of Khonshu, right?
Yes, and I think they had an equip on Panther, I think?
Yeah, they had to clip on Panther.
Yeah, because that would have freed up the 10 points on him.
Interesting. Yeah, this has probably got that last, like, hoorah, basically, for this.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Wow.
a
So
fun
this
one.
the winning build is literally the exact same as Washington's.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's
Identical.
Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. Yeesh.
Except for no one Midnight Angel isn't there.
Oh
The
yeah, they
treasure
had the treasure chest instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing too is that top build didn't score a lot of points. How many points did it score on the other one? Oh, it scored a lot more points at that one. They were 2020 versus, but this build only scored 725, and they were 3-0.
Yeah, but that was a different. How many people were in that event? This only had 3 rounds.
Oh yeah, they had. Oh geez, they had 22 people at the other one in Washington.
Yeah, and there's only 9 players at this one.
So they just did 3 rounds, it looks like, and that was it. So
Okay.
725 out of 900.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then we got so first place was Giordano Cielo
Yeah.
with the stainless steel curtain ruler theme. So same thing with the Hidari Yao at 100 points, Trick Arrows, Prime Colossus with Bucky's arm, Death Metal Wonder Woman, Shuri with Avatar of a Tomb, and the Time Breakers. So congrats to Giordano with
Yeah, this is pretty much going to be the top build that you're going to have to essentially be able to answer, which is what we've been expecting it to be. The Colossus Hidari Yao is just, it's
It's just really. I mean, it's a solid almost 200 points of your build, like, it just works.
It's not going anywhere.
No. Well, will Colossus rotate this
He should.
year?
Yes.
Should be gone. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
It feels like he wasn't in Modern that much. Deadpool Weapon X came out late summer.
He was a lot at Worlds. I had plenty. I was like half my
Same thing
match.
as next as the first Disney Plus 2 Worlds, but only 15 months.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Meanwhile, Notorious is going to have 24 months.
All right, our last one is Atomic Games in California. They had 19 people, so taking 8th place for that one was Jan Phillips with a cosmic theme. This was Prince Kal-El with the +1 longsword, 038 Supergirl with the Avatar of a Tomb, the 059 Baby Groot, and the 059 Baby Groot, the 043A Black Panther with Avatar of Bast, Legacy Starro at 20 points with the Avatar of Khonshu, and then Timebreaker at 5 points. Sideline was Ares, Atum, Bast, Beetlejuice, Khonshu, and the Mimic Chest. What?
So he's not even swapping. He's just doing the Baby Groot. Okay, with the Starro. He's just healing Starro, putting Starro in water and just healing him.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But then what?
Starro's now 260 points. He's full.
Right, but then what is he doing?
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
also-
I mean, but Starro's gonna be your main attacker because the way it's so whenever they occupy water and they heal him, it's twice. So he's gonna be healing 2 additional. So there's a chance that he can be healing for 5 each time.
Okay.
yeah, but Prince
Then
Kal-El.
what? Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just that's and then Prince Kal-El, he's playing so that way that they can't just one shot him because you're only taking 3 damage.
They take a max of 3. Yep.
So just all in on Starro then.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Yeah.
All right. Definitely unique.
And in 7th place, we have Austin Rankin Bass. I just love Rankin Bass. They make amazing Christmas stuff with Kong Smash, which is it's just I saw Rankin, so I just thought Rankin Bass. This is how my mind works. I think of crazy stuff, like Australian HeroClix. You know, that just idea just pops in my head. They have the treasure chest with one of their objects. The 200-point Kong with Khonshu, Diana with Hell Cycle, and Perdegaton.
And this is with Collector's Trove legal now, right? Yeah.
Yep, and then they have Mimic on the sideline with Khonshu and Reverse Flash.
So yeah, not even worried about healing really. This is pretty aggressive in your face. Let's just go.
Going in.
I can see this one lasting actually, because you don't even care if you heal. You're just gonna attack, and you're definitely getting 2 attacks off with Kong. Anything
yeah,
to? Do you change anything?
I mean, if you want, I mean, if this is gonna be your team, like you really don't need to heal because you're gonna get Diana with Perdegaton across the map for you to bring Kong over. So your hope is to just, I guess, smash whoever has a Bloodstone.
What about trying to get Rivalry on there for him? Is that worth it?
Well, I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe
Because Kong
taking
has
off the
so
treasure
many
chest for
keywords.
Rivalry.
Oh yeah, take off the treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the thing.
Yeah, and then put the herb there potentially. I'm not too sure. I went up against a similar team, except they didn't have Khonshu. I forgot what they had.
Oh
They
yeah,
had,
you could easily take off the treasure chest because that's something that is something you just put on your sideline for no points.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you definitely do that because Kong has so many keywords that are that you're gonna see.
So, but
Yeah.
the treasure chest doesn't count as effect terrain because it doesn't have a thing that says effect on it, right?
No. Yeah.
You can't pick it up and just carry it around and then get the beginning of the turn effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if that is because he can just put the treasure chest on his sideline to get the same thing. So he's able to like KO someone and then have it come out and then use Rivalry for those 5 points.
Yeah. All right. What about 6th place here?
6th place is Brandon Cruz with Gwen and Harley's Excellent Adventure. I think Oh, this was not what I thought it was going to be. All right, we have Arnim Sola at 75
Very nice.
with the Bloodstone. We have Butterfly.
Yeah, baby.
We have Kong
Yeah.
at 50. We have Professor Moriarty at 45. We have Harley Quinn at 25 from Notorious. We have Gwenpool the Pog at 20, and we have a Yukio Pog at 15. I'm like super confused as to what. Like, I like it, but I'm also super confused as to what's
No,
going
you
on.
know what? He unlocked it. First person to place with Arnim Zola.
Yeah.
Went 4 and 2.
I think what yeah, that's what I mean. So there's where's that? Because this is a very monumentous moment. So 1 second.
'Cause I'm Solar. La 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 la, I'm Solar.
Amazing.
Yes.
Pete, what'd you think of that?
Yep.
Oh man, that's rough. Why you got to do that? And he's got some of your best call-ins here too, Miles. He's got Lightning Lad.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's Brandon has to be listening. There's no way. There's no way. We're on the same wavelength here. White Tiger Prime, I love to see that as well. That's another good option for Butterfly.
She's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So there's another reason why not. You're not going to bring. You're not going to have reverse flash on her sideline.
I also love the Falcon and Red Wing. If you can get, you're like, hey, if I'm gonna blow into the like Pogs, swapping into
So,
Falcon and Red Wing is quite
That's
good.
what's extremely good because Falcon and Red Wing, the Arnim Zola with the leadership, the mutates because you really don't care.
Oh yeah.
If he does, so you just mastermind with him. You know, once you're on that stop click.
And how annoying would it be to take an action to kill a butterfly swarm and then it just comes back because of Falcon and Red Wing?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, this is a really cool build. What is Yukio doing? Just to improve targeting? Or no, just for her though.
Yeah, that's fine though. But she's running shot to an 11 for 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 11 for 4, 3 targets, precision strike. She's just
Yeah.
annoying.
Why is nobody
she's
playing
just
her? That's awesome.
I don't know.
3 bolts?
Because but it's because it's a bystander token. These things are hard to come by.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But she's still really good for
Yeah.
that's a solid. Like that's a good 1 click for 15 points.
Oh, it absolutely is.
She could easily score what
I mean,
she's worth.
And she's not going to break theme. That's another thing that's huge because that's like you can look as, especially like with Falcon and Red Wing, you can almost treat her as an expendable goon.
Exactly, yeah, because she could just be coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Very neat team. All right, then we have Andrew Young with BCF Bomb, Camo with the Trick Arrows, Butterfly, Death Metal Wonder Woman, Black Panther, the 43A, Universal Weapon, Daredevil, the Legacy at 10 points, and a Lucas PJ Scott Pog. Sideline was Ace, Ares, Beetlejuice, Cathan, Falcon and Red Wing, and John Economos.
Economos, yeah.
Economos. Yeah, Diebeard.
Economos, yeah, that's what it was.
So this is the hack token guy. Okay.
Yeah. So what's the big trick here is really just Camo coming out and
Yeah, you
Bladence Bomb.
Well, that you also give him the hack token, and then they have shape change, and then he can prob and perplex from anywhere as long as they have the hack token.
Okay.
So you can just make Camo better.
That's an interesting
I like-
butterfly.
I actually like that. That is.
Yeah, and Black Panther's definitely going to be getting TK on that.
Oh yeah, with the universal weapon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the Nifty Traffic Barrel. I mean, that's a great use of 5 points.
Yeah, if you don't have TK, that's such a perfect addition to your team for 10 points is being able to TK turn 1 and then pick something else for turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then if your opponent doesn't have a Black Panther, you can go ahead and bring in Beetlejuice. And you're gonna have Falcon and Red Wing, and so that way you just never kill anything because you're like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and roll this D6 on this butterfly at 0 points. Oh, I guess he's not dead.
Or the shark, because then you can.
Or the shark, yeah.
You actually want to place the shark in water, then so you're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't roll for the shark. The entire point is to make the shark, at the beginning of your turn every time. So.
Well, that's true, but he's also on Atlantis Throne Room. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So.
This is a post collector's trove event though, and Camo came in 5th.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, how about 4th place?
Fourth is Julio Blandino with MOT. So we have Blue Beetle is unthemed. Blue Beetle with the Bloodstone. Interesting. Butterfly, Diana, Flash Raptor, Kong, and Timebreaker. This is just a lot of good stuff. Sidelines Ares, Atum. Who's Atum on then? I don't understand. I'm assuming Diana? That's the
He's
only
probably
one.
like a lot of people. So a lot of people think a tomb is like a Thon, where it's beginning of game that they don't assign. So yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect.
Keaton, Caveman Wally, Chthon, and Death Metal. So because you got Wonder Woman, Caveman Wally are your butterfly swaps. Yeah. So I mean, it's just a lot of good stuff. I mean, it's a little weird because I guess with the Timebreaker you can kind of get them a little further, but you're not getting Diana all the way over there to call in whoever you like. Kong.
Why not? Why not? You can TK Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah, I don't think about him as that when he's at 75 points. I guess.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, I'm just yeah. There's just a way because it's like let me TK up Diana so then I can get Kong full map.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's.
I
But
guess
then
it's
getting
not-
in that is this, yeah.
You're not wrong. It's just I guess that's not what I'm thinking about. What I'm doing with Blue
No.
Beetle with my 75-point prime.
Yeah, I get. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah.
It's really hard to focus on Blue Beetle when you have a Kong in your face and a Flash Raptor there too. So
Yeah. I was almost thinking because who's got Mystics? Is it just Blue Beetle and Kong? Yeah. Because you could basically like. Oh no, you don't even because Flash Raptor only works if they've been damaged, right?
yeah,
I took damage since your last turn because I was thinking there's no free way to take the Chthon damage. Basically, I guess you could do it with Beetle and put him
well,
to
if it's
click
on
two.
Kong, you just take it,
Oh yeah,
and then you can place him right after that, right?
yeah you can. Yep. You just lose the Quake, which is that's kind of what I'm thinking you're going for. But yeah,
Yeah, because then you're stuck on just super strength. But I don't know, it's an option. It's got some tricks. It looks like. Again, it's another neat like mashup. For some reason, Flash Raptor's not being played. Not
Yeah, which is
seeing
wild.
anything on Diana. I guess a tomb is what we've been seeing on her, but I still like her with the Hell Cycle.
yeah, that extra reach without the TK is really nice.
All right, Miles, what about third place?
Third place, we have Darren Gendron with Universal Assassin 2.1. It's an assassin theme, so it's Talon with Universal Weapon, King Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone with Trick Arrow, Deadpool and Hitmonkey with Gaia, Mern, Nebula, the Play at Home kit with Bucky's arm, and with the Broadsword construct, we have Green Man.
There's the drop finally.
And then, the sideline is Keaton, Chthon, Gaia, and Mimic, as well as Fortify and Rivalry, with Heart-Shaped Herb, Phone Booth, and Vibranium as the...
Fortify with Assassins feels really good.
One thing that I'm really worried about, though, is the Deadpool and Hitmonkey with Gaia. Because they don't have willpower. And I guess they do have leadership. But...
Yeah, that's a little scary to give them 2 damage.
yeah, that's the one you want. Yeah.
If
You don't
you're
want
just,
them to die.
You're just hoping to get leaderships on who has leadership? Just Mern? Oh, King Deadpool and Elsa have it too.
Yep.
What do you think about the starter Nebula over the Christmas set?
I think it's better.
See, I think the Christmas one's better.
The reason why I don't is so if she KOs 30 points or less, you're going to score an extra 10 victory points, and if they have the target token, that's now going to be 35.
I
And
understand.
then modifies her combat values of a friendly character that shares a keyword with her hit this turn. So now you're going to be plussing all of her values because you're going to be able to follow up from someone else. So now she's going to be a 12 for 4.
I don't disagree with that. My
Or a 13. She'll be a 13 for 5
with Bucky's arm, yeah.
Bucky's arm.
Yeah. Well, it's if you're close, but you got sidestep. That's kind of the thing I'm thinking
Yeah,
about.
you can. You can TK. There's a lot of things. Like I know Talon. Like you can use her as an attacker, but Like if you're looking exactly like this, like King Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone, or even Deadpool and Hitmonkey, like if they hit first, I'm sorry, I would rather TK up Nebula and have her sidestep and be a 13 for 5 than hit with Talon.
Yeah, Talon you have to keep back, and her with the universal weapon is awesome.
Yeah, and so you're able to use that TK to your advantage, I think, just because. And not just that, though. She also has Mern, so if they do share a keyword, like, you don't care about that, because now she's going to be a 13 for 5 even from range. And she's going to have a 6 range, sidestep 6 range. So.
I just think, well, I don't know.
She'll be
this is super range heavy, so I just think if you come up against a close combat team, I just think they're going to
No, but that's the cool thing about Nebula, though, that Nebula will be I guess it'll be a 13 for 5 from range, or from close, or a 12 for 4, which is still extremely good, especially if they can't use defense powers.
Yeah, and she has the improved targeting, and a lot of pieces have stealth now, like the anything from the Black Panther set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do like her.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious that she's good. I really like the other one because 25 points for everything she offered is really good. You get to attack twice.
Yeah, that was my point. Was I don't think she's bad. It's more or less I was wanting diversity and damage output, and this whole team just feels very range heavy. So I was like, I'd like someone to punch, basically.
She punches great. It's 13 for 5. It's just harder for her to get there. But yeah,
no, that was my thought. Was it's just harder for her to get over there.
TK sidestep. It's not bad. All right, but yeah, very cool Assassins team.
Mm-hmm.
Second place is Richard Medina with Zala. It was a pass theme with Caveman Wally West, +1 longsword. Zala Jarrell at 50 points with Bucky's arm. Professor Moriarty, Pegasus cap with the trick arrows. Another Prime Madame Xanadu with the Bloodstone. Perdegaton at 20. Spirit of the Game, Pog, Timebreaker. Isn't Spirit of the Game
still legal?
It's.
I can't believe that's still legal.
Yeah, so last year's legal, yes.
No way.
Yeah, no, it's still legal. It's the
Wow.
last year because it came out after the year after Scott Porter Pog, and Scott Porter Pog just rotated.
Wow,
Because
that's
it's from
crazy.
2022.
I could have sworn this thing rotated.
Yeah.
All right.
I was actually looking at this build earlier, going through these things. I think Spirit of the Game is on there, so you get all 4 actions, and that 5th action is going to be for Professor Moriarty to finish someone off.
Yeah, but
What is Professor Moriarty doing?
He's going to do that power action, choose an opposing character with 1 or more action tokens, and deal them 1 unavoidable damage. If that character is in KO'd, you heal them 1 click.
Oh, to finish him
So
off.
if you,
but
Yeah,
you have
finishing
the Bloodstone, so they can't heal back. I don't think, right?
yeah, they can't. Yeah, so you're just going to,
How many opposing characters do you think that Professor Moriarty could finish off in a game?
however many turns he gets. I mean, he went 7-0 up to the finals.
It's actually mild. That's solidly impressive.
So that 5th action, like I realize, like Spirit of the Game, like can be targeted and everything, but that 5th action, because like imagine like how close you're like trying to kill Kong or whatever, and you get him to that stop click, and you're like, gosh, if only, and you have that 5th action to just boom.
So just boom, and then Moriarty finishes him off?
Yeah.
Even though Bloodstone is there too, but I mean, it's still good for him to finish him off that last click.
Yeah, just finish him off left and right.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Like Miles said, past is the future. So
How many, is that 3 or 4 Xanadus that we've seen now?
4.
There was 2 in North Carolina and this in California.
I
So
thought
this
there
is
was
the
another
3rd.
one we saw. Was there? Okay. I thought there might have been one more. Yeah, she's coming up a lot now, so which is kind of crazy in a world where we're just seeing Prime Colossus all over the place.
Yeah.
And then Blue Beetle, Camo, and then Reverse Flash, and 1 Prime Swamp Thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're about to see a different Prime that won this event too, from Anthony.
Yep. So first place is Anthony Berrigan with you can get blood from a stone if it's sharp enough. So we
I
have
like it.
Butterfly, Caveman Wally West with the +1 longsword, Diana with the Hell Cycle, Prime, Elsa Bloodstone with the Trick Arrows, Space Ghost, Daredevil with the Bloodstone at 20 points, and Prodegaton, and a Timebreaker. Sideline is Rivalry, Ares, Michael Keaton, Captain America, I think this is still the Pegasus one? Yeah.
Yes.
Chthon and Zala. That's pretty cool. Good butterfly call-ins because you've already got
With
Wally
a-
on the team. So
Love you, Anthony.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
so
really cool.
this is interesting. He's like almost. Well, no, he breaks Warrior a couple times over, but yeah, this is interesting.
So then is his main attacker
Yeah,
then
Anthony.
Caveman Wally West, and then you're just bringing him over with Diana or Elsa?
That or, well, I mean, Elsa, you can just carry up and do her free attack on somebody that's equipped. So
So yeah, I guess you carry Elsa up with Diana, and then bring in Caveman Wally
No.
West after.
because you can't carry with the hypersonic, but you can
Oh,
carry
that's
with
right.
somebody else, I guess. Or you can swap into Cap, and then Diana can call him over, and then he just deletes something because he's got you don't have defense powers, and she's got Empower, and she modifies their attack, so he'll be he'll be quite a lot of stats there.
So it's crazy to me how many people aren't playing Chair Panther. Is everyone
it.
bringing out Beetlejuice, or are they just agreeing to not bring him out?
I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask Anthony and them because if they are, this might skew their answer. That next time I see them, I'm arm wrestling them. So now that they know that, it could skew them and say that no, they're not. But I'll ask.
It's a fair point.
Oh, I'm gonna be so sore at Worlds. I'm telling you. Holy crap!
He was only on one team in this event, and how many people were there?
Wait, so you're telling me he was only on Anthony's team? That was it?
There's 19 people.
Oh, sorry, Chair Panther. You're saying
Yeah, the Chair Panther. So only one person played the Chair Panther out of 19 teams.
And it was the or no, it wasn't. Was it? It was one of the Camo teams, I think.
It had
right?
2 wins. That's crazy to me. Yeah, Miles, find out for me if you can what they're doing, because that blows my mind that just no one's playing him.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm looking to see if there is even any Despero, and I can't see them.
I saw. Didn't we have one on the sideline?
We had one on the
But he doesn't-
sideline, but not for the reason
he
that
doesn't
he
have
would be
that
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he wasn't doing. He
Yeah.
doesn't do what he does on the sideline.
Yeah. So yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I will definitely. And if anyone playing in Atomic Games listening, yeah, please reach out and let us know. And just give me a list of people I need to arm wrestle.
And because Beetlejuice was on 10 teams
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
sideline.
So yeah. I'm gonna have to do a lot of workouts. This is gonna be an easy one like Calder. It's gonna be like 40 or 50 people.
After every 10, you should arm wrestle Calder again just for fun.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, Ian, I know you're listening. Tell Calder that this is gonna happen. That I'm for every 10 people I arm wrestle, I'm gonna arm wrestle Calder again.
Like it's like
So
a
we
rest
should-
break. It'd be like a rest break.
It'll be your warm up set every time, basically.
Oh, he'd be so mad too because he's like, "Come on."
All right, that's gonna
Oh,
wrap
yeah.
up all the ices. So congrats to Anthony Berrigan for taking the one in SoCal at Atomic Games. Now, Miles, you were originally going to be part of this, but there was a Degeneration
Hellacious.
Clicks monthly invitational game this last weekend out in the Pacific Northwest. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I was supposed to make it so there was actually gonna be 7 people because I was gonna pick up Teresa on the way up, but yeah, we got bombarded with a foot of snow at my place and I'm like, yeah, I'm not traveling 5 hours in this. So there ended up only being 5 people. And in 5th place, I don't have his build, was Ray, who he plays some fun things. And in 4th place was Mike C. I'm not going to butcher it. And it's unauthorized, so I can't look at his build currently. And then in 3rd place, we had Skullpire with Question It. He played Venom Wolverine with the Carnage symbiote. So I believe that's going to be his detective. Dr. Doom, the Gala Dr. Doom, Dr. Drip with Power Gem. He's going to be the armor, I believe. Baby Groot is going to be the pirate. Ghost Surfer with Silver Surfbird board's going to be the vehicle. Venom Magneto is I don't know what keyword Venom Magneto matches up with the Venom
Ruler.
symbiote.
Ruler.
Yeah, ruler. Yep.
Oh yeah, and then Madison is going to be the celebrity mystical. So this is the no named keyword or whatever it is, right?
No, celebrity is one of them. So yeah, I don't think you
Oh, yeah,
mentioned
celebrity
it,
was one of
but
them, yeah.
so February, we
Yeah.
haven't done February by us yet, but it's basically a multi-keyword event. So you have to have 6 different pieces, and it's ruler, armor, celebrity. Those are all 3 that you have to have, and then the other 3, it's either going to be pirate or no generic keyword listed on their card. The other one is detective or spy, and then the last one is vehicle or speedster.
Yeah.
And
Yes. He loves his symbiotes, so cool to see that. And I'm not sure which. And third place is going to be able to pick all the terrains. And second place we have Matt Zielinski, who's allowing us to use his sweet man cave as for the event. And he decided to play Fortify on his sideline, so he did the one shot. Damon Hellstrom at 100 points, the prime, with Remaker and Nightbringer. Hadari Yao at 60 with Universal Weapon. Space Ghost with Liar and Spin. The Holiday Calendar Nebula with Bucky's Arm. Legacy Green Lantern with Broadsword Construct. And probably the smartest play ever, Two Gun Kid at 20 points with Serpent Crown. Yeah, and then in first place, he didn't have time to build a team, so Matt built another team for Daryl called Spider February, and it was Savitar, who was actually 54 points instead of 108, which he's actually pretty good. I mean, he's got, 13-10, 17-3 with Hypersonic, and then his attack power is opposing characters decrease their speed values by the number of speed tokens on this card. So whenever he hits, you add speed tokens to his card, and then you're able to give him a free action. You just place 1 speed token from an opposing character's card onto this card, which I don't think really came into play. And then he had the AV60 Spider-Man at 90 points with Mjolnir. So that's normally the one that hands out team player. But he gave him Mjolnir and paid him at 90, which is insane.
I charged Flurry.
That's true.
I mean, I charged Flurry with Giant Reach 3 improved targeting characters, because all you're doing is hitting. That's pretty good.
And then Spider Pharaoh with the Wonder Woman bracelet, which is actually a really good call. And then the uncommon Spider-Man Beyond Amazing Spider-Woman at 45. Legacy Frogman at 30, and then Aunt May. And it's Spider-Man family.
Aunt May was my choice last year. No generic keywords.
Which is hilarious. Associated unit. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm looking at associated units. But he can't swap them because he's not Wonder Woman. So yeah, that ended up taking it. So Matt picked for only him and Daryl. They're going to be able to use the universal weapon, and Daryl said Kong. So Daryl's going to be the only one that's going to be able to play Kong for our event. For Animal that we're going to be playing, since it's every other month. This one's going to be in April. Yeah, and we're looking at either the 12th or the 19th right now.
And I will say,
And they said this is the most fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say I talked to Mike and I talked to Matt and I talked to Daryl, and they both said this was the most fun they've had in ChampionClix, I think ever, or at least in a long time.
Yeah, and then Ray actually just sent me his team, so he came in 5th place, but he played the Chase Patch. I totally forgot about this figure, the Quicksilver LE from 2020, who's
nice.
somehow still modern. Yeah, Colossus from Uncanny X-Men. the 001. The X-Men Rise and Fall long shot with the rally die. The Hellfire Gala Cyclops, which I think is the with the Cloak of Levitation, and then Prime Storm at 25.
Oh, nice. I think
Yeah.
that's probably Ruler also, right? The Ruler one.
Yes.
Yeah, I've looked
Yeah.
at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome
So, yeah,
to hear
I'm-
you guys do that out there. I'm sad that you had to miss it though, Miles.
Yeah, and then AJ unfortunately had a few family tragedy too, so it's not recorded. I'm gonna figure out how to. I'm gonna be recording it, and so probably gonna be a little bumpy for a little bit because I'm gonna have it set up on my laptop for the camera, and then I'm gonna have a tripod so that way I'll be able to move the camera because I'm only gonna have one camera to try and get for each person. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do that on YouTube or on Facebook, but that's the plan. And so, yeah, right now I'm just got the maps figured out. We're doing what the center of it is the lodge. The left side is Flashpoint Flood, and then the right side is the hedge maze. So, yeah, very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've had a couple people message me about like just how to play it. So if anyone does want to know any more information about it, it is a ton of fun. That's what we look forward to the most every month. is these games.
Yes.
And I think these are the multi keyword are probably like I enjoy it mostly because it's cool to see what people come up with because you really don't know what people are gonna play. Like if it's just a singular keyword, I can kind of get an idea of obviously the hot ticket items, but this one's like, who knows?
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple of staples like Ruler is an easy Venom Magneto pick, but there's a couple other ones that are like that. But yeah, usually people are coming with some builds that are kind of out there, which is really cool to see. All right, let's move on to the listener questions.
Your ass better call somebody!
First, we have William Day Roker with Into the Spider-Verse coming up. It got me thinking, which character or team has the best rogues gallery? So as an X-Men fan, I want to say X-Men, but it probably honestly has to be either Batman or Spider-Man as just a like a one character focus.
Rogue. Yeah.
I think that it has to be them, right? One of them.
They're
What would you guys-
there's the two those are the two that I know the best. I don't. Yeah.
I was gonna let you guys actually answer it before I give the definitive answer.
Oh my god.
Me and Bill were talking about this earlier, so
I guess I lean more Spider-Man, so I'm gonna have to say that as far as just.
I just lost $5. I told him, I said Dan is going to say Thor.
Is the best rogues gallery? That was a terrible bet, Miles.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
No, I know. I thought Dan was gonna say it.
That's
all it
terrible.
was. But no, you guys were both correct. It was Spider-Man because I was trying to explain to him that a lot of people think Batman's rogues gallery actually can stick with Spider-Man, and I gotta say no way. Some people say the Flash, that's trash. Spider-Man has the best villains from top to bottom. The worst Spider-Man villain is 10 times better than like mid-tier Batman villains. If you
That's a
swap
good
them
point.
into different universes, Spider-Man will be able to handle the Batman villains more than Batman will be able to handle the Spider-Man villains. Like, yeah, that's and just power-wise and everything. But yeah, I think from top to bottom, like who is you're gonna say like the worst Spider-Man villain? I mean, it's hard because like all of his villains are pretty good. Like, are you gonna say Shocker? I mean, are you gonna
I
say
love
Owl?
Shocker.
But Owl, I love Shocker too. That's the thing. Is like I don't consider it the worst. I mean, even like weird characters like the Gibbon or Kangaroo, like that's just hilarious.
What about Grizzly?
You know? Yeah, and Grizzly, that was actually, and that's funny that you said Grizzly because the fourth person of that team is the Spider-Man Revenge Squad, is the Spot right there. Kangaroo, Grizzly, Spot, and Gibbon. We need Gibbon.
Such
Okay,
a
Spider-Verse does
terrible
not have Gibbon. I want the Spider-Man Revenge Squad. Okay, we have 3 of the 4. I never thought that I would say that. Like, there's a small chance that we could have the Spider-Man Revenge Squad in HeroClix form for the first time ever.
In modern.
All we need is Gibbon. Yeah, and it'd be in modern. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. Like, just give us Gibbon. Yeah, no, that's yeah. And Spider-Man's top. Uh, I mean, I just don't even know if there's even a debate of Batman even being villains even being close to Spider-Man's.
Even with prep time, I think that Grizzly solos Batman.
That's yeah. That's why they're called the Spider-Man Revenge Squad. So Batman doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, that checks out.
How are you gonna prep against sand?
I'm glad that you guys agreed with me though, because I wasn't sure if that was just me liking Marvel more or if it was true. So I'm glad that you guys sided with me.
I like some of Batman's rogues.
That's the only answer. But no, we were talking about Thor. I'm like, yes, because Dan loves his Thor, and I'm like, I don't want it to be that guy. So, but I'm trying to think because we were talking about like you had what Radioactive Man, Absorbing Man, the Wrecking Crew, Malekith, the Frost Giant, Surtur, Scourge.
Yeah, it's not quite the. It's just not the same thing.
Oh no, but like those aren't bad. Like I'll take the Wrecking Crew over like Mad Hatter. I'm dropping it right now. Thor has better villains from top to bottom than Batman.
You're gonna make some enemies.
Yeah, Earth over Bane. Yeah,
You're gonna get hate mail.
Yeah,
that's fine.
you're gonna get it.
You know, I'd love to hear their argument.
I'm
Why
excited for
Bane
the
is a better character.
the chases though for the Spider-Man set. I made a lot of pulp teams with the Beyond Amazing the Sinister
Yeah.
Syndicate.
Yeah. I love Sinister Syndicate. Like, there's just there's just no debate. Sinister Syndicate over, and it's weird. So I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I love the villains. So seeing the chase theme, I know people are disappointed. I'm not. I wish we had more. I'd like a Rhino Scorpion.
Granted, it was a Spider-Man game, but the PS4 version of Spider-Man, the first one, had what I would consider a more non-traditional version of the Sinister Syndicate, and they were fantastic. So,
Who was in
you
it?
had you had Mr. Negative, Doc Ock, Rhino, Electro, and Vulture, and who's crap? What's the sixth? Sorry, it's escaping me because it's so late.
Was it Grizzly?
If only.
That if Grizzly was the villain for the Craven movie, it might have made more money because it grossed Adam Webb. So.
Oh, sorry, Scorpion. There we go. I was like, what am I? Am I missing one? Yeah, that was the sixth for that game, and it was because you didn't have Norman as Green Goblin, so it was a more like non-traditional. And Mr. Negative was still kind of like not, I think, as publicly known unless you followed comics. So.
Oh yeah, he's been picking up a little bit of steam though. I'm seeing him more just in like media.
Yeah, and I'm excited for because he's an A/B side in this set, and that he looks like so much fun.
I like the Beyond Amazing version of him, honestly.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I saw him do a lot of cool things in Sealed actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, was he the spin dial one? Was that what he did?
Yeah. He had the leadership and the TK and Mastermind, or he swapped them to like what was it, support and defend.
Yeah.
I just like that they actually made Inner Demons and they gave him like better keywords this time because I really wanted the Earth X one to be good, but this one's kind of better.
No, I'm looking forward to our set review. I'm picking up history. This got me hyped. So I actually read Craven's Last Hunt. And so yeah, I'm hyped for it now.
Craven's
I just found out there's a novel of it.
It's so good.
I got that. I'm looking forward to reading the novel of Craven's Last Hunt.
Did you already picked it up, you said?
Yeah, it was on Amazon for I think like $7.
Oh, that's not bad.
The novelization. I'm like, what? 352 pages? Yes, let's go.
All right, moving to Paul Cote. Are you still afraid of Michael Keaton? I don't think it's about being afraid. It's just he makes the game not fun. Having to, I guess, just play a piece that says your opponent can't bring him in is just terrible. And he's still ruining the enjoyment of team building for me.
As someone that's played against him multiple times and now has watched as a judge on the outskirts, him just coming in just slows things down so much. Like, and people honestly don't not that they don't know how to play the game, but like it's just how he interacts with how the game functions. They're like, can I even charge? And I'm like, yes, you can. You just can't take the close as free or the destroy or the destroy action. So that's the biggest thing about him. It's not really that he's scary. I've murdered plenty of Keatons in my time already, but it's just that he just is a frustration, and he just changes how like core functions of the game work, and that's the part that's rough.
Well, yeah, I was watching the stream, and even with it, they go, "Oh no, I can't take a free," and they go, "Yeah, because he's on the board." And then literally the next action, the words out of his mouth is, "Okay, we're going to sidestep to here," and
Yeah.
neither one of them batted an eye. It's just because like you just think sidestep, whatever, you keep forgetting that's a free.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just sucks that it stifles team building. I mean, obviously the good players will play it and everything, but it just sucks that like that's required. Like Fair Panther is, even without him, I'd say he's still a good play because of what's on the sideline, but he is a required play to shut him down in order to get most teams to be playable.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ethan Davis, do you think other equipment will get banned in Silver? If so, any specific equipment? I think all the new equipment is designed to be assigned. That's in mind when they're making it. So I don't really think that there's going to be any equipment that gets banned. The biggest and only one I think is just all black, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
There we do have a modern equipment that I think could be on the watch list, potentially. So there's a
the
certain figure that
crown?
could be coming bench.
Oh, the crown. Yeah, that's
No, not just the crown, but that too, but Mjolnir, just because it's able to be assigned for free to certain figures that are like on the bench list currently, Prime Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you
Is it really that broken on Prime though? I mean, it makes him better even, but like I don't know if it's that broken.
Well,
yeah,
he gets
give him the Giant Reach 3
charge flurry, and then he pulse waves right after, isn't Mjolnir pulse wave? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he also has the Giant Reach 3 improved targeting characters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
so it's, yeah, it's I just think that because we saw how powerful he was, especially when like you could make him a giant with Ant-Man.
With Ant-Man.
And now you don't have to play that 25 point piece.
No, you just
give him a free 20-point equipment.
Yeah.
And we saw what he did in modern in 300 points.
Yeah, it's fair. Just don't take away my fun, Miles. I've been like dying to play Prime.
I understand that. I know. You're acting like Aaron now. Okay, and I'm just being the voice of reason. This is the exact same reason why Colossus, knowing what Colossus does, was exactly why he should have been put on the bench list immediately, because we saw exactly what he did on several teams.
Now that sounds like really
with
crazy
Starro
good,
and stuff.
that combination with Spider-Man and Mjolnir, but then he doesn't get to heal with the all black. How much do you, if he does that?
Well, he wouldn't need to heal anyway because there's a bloodstone. So it doesn't matter whether he's able to heal or not. And you can, and if someone, and then, but also you don't need that, because now if you're able to remove someone's bloodstone, you could just pick up the herb and carry around the herb. He has super strength.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna heal up anyway.
And just carry the herb around.
So just be equipped with Mjolnir and carry the herb. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, see, my wildest imagination, I'm like, I would play that all day, every day.
Yeah, see, a lot of people will, but it's gonna become like stale. You know, it's just there's certain things like, and Silver is such a big format, and it's just
No, I get it.
No, and like I'm not trying to poop on people's parties, but I'm just trying to be the voice of reason of trying to make an unbalanced format balanced. It's really tough. And that's why I think there's a chance that, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to get benched or banned. I just think that it's probably going to be on the watch list. And the Crown 2 is, especially if Colossus stays, which I don't think he will, because, I mean, from everything that looks, he should be going to the bench list because of how much he's been played through Modern, which is the norm.
I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of headaches if the Crown is legal in Silver.
Okay, but now with Mjolnir, you get it with the MOE swap. So now you can put Mjolnir on anyone as well.
That's very true, for free. And MOE swap is most likely coming back too.
There's no other reason that anyone would play that Thor.
It doesn't. That's worth it. That
No,
right there is worth it.
I'm just saying, no one, no other reason.
And then they go, well, you can't swap because of because someone's going to do Beetlejuice main force. That's another problem in silver is Beetlejuice main force because now you get 300 points.
Oh god,
instead of 200 points.
I don't
to
want
build
to deal
around
with
them.
that again.
Yeah.
100 point
No, I
Beetlejuice
think
on the
he just
main
needs to-
force of a 400 point team is terrible.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing that I think could see the bench are the gods. The three from next phase. I feel like could
Yeah.
see the
Do
bench.
they-
They'd just be like,
Oh yeah, they would rotate, wouldn't they?
yes, they
Yeah,
would.
they're rotating. I could see them bench just to give the meta a break from them
Yeah, I
Yep.
can see that.
for sure.
Like as much as I love them, I definitely see that they're like, hey, dude, they're on. One of them is on, I'd say, like every team. So
And what I really want to see for the next series, since Silver had a map that was not allowed at Worlds because there was barely any. I'd like to see all of the bystanders and the equipment bystanders from all the chase boosters, since they're not so readily available, to be on the bench list as well, since it's hard for everyone to get them.
they are difficult to get. You're not wrong.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like it took
all
me.
is fair in love and war.
Yeah, it took me a couple months to track down just.
You bench the bunker, we're benching all the pogs.
Now, I was going to bring up Mjolnir for the next one. He said, also, will Stormbreaker catch a fast ban? I thought for what you said about Spider-Man, but Captain America or Spider-Man just getting Mjolnir for free. There's so many in silver that's going to be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what is...
Especially with swap being a thing.
What is he talking about Stormbreaker?
I don't know. I think he had to have think of Mjolnir.
Okay.
It had to have been just like he said, Bugbear instead of Owlbear.
No,
It had to have been.
the only thing I'm thinking about is that Stormbreaker does pen knockback damage, because
That's fine.
yeah, I'm only debating it because of like Necro being, but Necro does a lot more than this. Like you still get your rollouts, you have CCE, the knockback's pen, but I think
There's things that reduce pen. I mean, that's just so. Yeah,
it's
no,
not like
I
it's
think that's
unavoidable or
fine.
you can't reduce it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my only comparison that I think he was trying to draw, was that the knockback is similar to the Necro, but it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, no, Mjolnir is much more of a problem in silver than that because you can reduce pen.
I mean, for 5
For
points, you have
characters.
the influence ring that just is free knockback and gives you knockback, right?
Yeah, but you can't equip. Well, I guess you could for characters that you'd be able to just give those equipments to people, but you can't start equipped with multiples, so it'd have to be a little bit of shenanigans. But Mjolnir is another reason why I think that Mad Gem's going to stay banned.
Well, he is banned. He's not benched, right?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I don't see him leaving the ban list.
So Jim can be
Because
10 points instead of 30.
No, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Especially we just got those really cool equipments from what's it called? The Dream set.
Yep. The endless
Sleeper thing.
Yeah.
What's it called? Sandman.
His dream.
The Sandman
Sandman.
set. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those things are like 25 points or 15 points, and being able to free equip those. Yeah, I don't see Mad Jim coming to play in silver.
I think Space Leo and Yondu is going to be the future of silver if they're going to be keeping the Prime Spider-Man with Mjolnir. I'll get 20 points real quick.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, yeah. He's not something I see us play in the monthly that often either. Mad Jim doesn't hit the board as often as I feel like I should be seeing him.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's still very playable in our thing. He's not benched or banned or whatever. I played him a few times. It's fun. And I did play him leading up to
Yeah, and then I talked with Matt. He
rotation.
thought that the stop sign was banned in the monthly. I'm like, oh no, stop sign's not banned.
Just the traffic barrel.
Yeah.
And it might the
Traffic
stop
barrel
sign.
banned?
Traffic barrel is now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's what because the terrain. I told him that the terrain is either one effect terrain or the traffic barrel. You don't get both for the first, second, and third.
Yeah, the problem was because we have the storm moving in, it seemed a little not great to hold somebody in the storm to just
When
eliminate
Ollie
them.
basically tried to pin me into
Yeah.
the elevator.
Yeah. So we got rid of that. That was one of the things that left
Okay.
in the beginning of the year. All right, going to Ryan Bookwood, local tryhard. Thoughts on the show Cobra Kai? Final episodes dropped Thursday. Easily my top 3 shows of all time. It perfectly balanced old characters with new ones and letting everyone have their time to shine. Also, Ali is a wizard with the sword in Fortnite. The world must know about his epic 1v3, essentially 0 health left. So that kid is ridiculous with the what's it called? He says it all the time. The Typhoon Blade, that's what it is. So I think he had like 15 health left, and he soloed a trio team that just couldn't knock him down. And then he was playing again on Sunday, and I was watching his game, and there's 5 people left. It's him, and his partner's already gone, and then there's 2 other teams of 2, and they came as one team, and he destroyed them with the blade, and then the final team came, and then he destroyed that team also, and then took the win. Oh,
Dang.
that kid's ridiculous with the sword in that game. Watching him play it is just crazy.
And then please tell me that he has the microphone and he's just shit talking everyone.
It was like COD lobbies all over again.
Yeah.
No, you can't talk to people on it, and he's playing
okay.
the other stuff. So you don't talk to the enemy in that in any way. You can just talk to your friends. But Cobra Kai, I like a lot. It's I think it's like the perfect amount of nostalgia and just that 80s feel that I miss. So I'm super excited. And as soon as that comes out, I'll be watching that over any other show.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if it's number 3. I'm trying to think of 2 shows that you could even compare it to that are out right now. Yeah, it's
got
I'm
that
gonna
like
be watching
80s cheesiness, and it's just, but still, it does it like so perfectly that it's still watchable. It's not cringy. There's a couple things that are a little bit, but overall, it's just awesome.
Yeah, but they do that on purpose because they use what's his name? Gosh, I forgot. Johnny. They used Johnny to do that, and so it works.
Oh, sure.
But I think it's also great, like family show, because you have the younger generation for like the kids to watch, but then you also have the parents for the parents like us.
Yeah.
So it works for multi generations. Yeah, I think it's a perfect show from beginning to end.
The balance on it is just, it's so well done.
Yeah.
Dan, have you watched Cobra Kai?
I have not.
Is your favorite Karate Kid the one with Jaden Smith? Is that your original one?
You're lucky. Like we're not in the same room. Is all I got to say to that one. No, I've watched the original.
His favorite is Hilary Swank, the next Karate Kid.
Like, Miles, don't make me like. Mm-mm.
Whatever. You were 4 years old when that movie came out, and you had a crush on her.
Doesn't mean I still didn't watch it when I was like actually able to watch it.
I know. Actually, I'm double checking that. I'm gonna see how old you were.
There's no way that Dan was not born for the first Karate Kid.
Yeah, like no.
So Dan was he was 2, like 2.5, almost 3 when the next Karate Kid came out.
Was it the end of '94?
Yes, it was the end of '94.
Oh, okay.
It followed Karate Kid Part 3 that was from '89. So
that's a great fun.
No, I don't even. Well, where? I guess also where is this on? I'm assuming it's on. Is it Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't watch.
Yeah,
this
it was
much.
on YouTube Red, and then YouTube realized they couldn't afford it, and so Netflix decided to become the hero that we needed. It was the Lex Luger of saving the TV show. Yeah.
All right, Rob Peterson. Fun hypothetical. Michael Keaton gets ratted. This makes Legacy Black Panther less needed for the meta. He's currently seeing $200 in sales numbers. Is there enough on the sideline to still warrant playing him, let alone paying a lot for him? Or does his value tank based mostly on what happens to Keaton? Honestly, I think that's what needs to happen. Sidelines are still packed. I don't see that not being true anytime soon, and he's still great. So there's lots of reasons to play him, but it doesn't become the must play that it is right now.
No, he'll still see play at top level and top tables because of him able to shut down the one shots and stuff. Hopefully, it would see his yeah, $220 for him is just ridiculous. There's just
That's a problem.
it's dumb. And the worst part is because like you're using him to stay relevant and competitive and to answer a $20 Iconics. But I don't know if they think, well, that's fine. We can keep him the way it is because we have this new legacy figure. I don't. Yeah, it just sucks. You got to pay $200. I know that there is Despero, but
My
like
point is,
he only works on so many teams, and
my point is if the sideline is going to continue to stay the way it is, which I like the sideline the way it is. I like that it's interactive. It feels much more a part of your force now than what it used to, or it was just like, hey, I got a bunch of free stuff that comes in
yeah.
because. So I think they should just have more figures that have those types of effects, so that we're not just relying on a small handful. But that remains to be seen. So.
Yeah, and everything that I've been reading online too is like the everybody that's really bringing Keaton to the table is doing it just to stop others from bringing it in. And you have a few people who are the vocal minority that think that it's fun to ruin people's fun, which I think that's worse for the game than just the figure itself. Is that you actually have players that just want to bring out the figure to make the game less fun. I don't understand the thought process where that comes into play.
Yeah.
But he definitely needs to get errated. I don't know how they thought that it'd be okay because, like I said, as a judge, seeing it like it slows the game down. Like it just does. It doesn't work in practice as they thought on paper.
And we have all these events coming up too, and I'm gonna have to explain to both Christine and Oliver at these high level events how this piece like affects you, and they have to get used to that. And that's just again like that's not fun.
No, like I'll go back as I played against him multiple times now, whether it's main force or sideline, and I've watched as a judge. It just it changes the core mechanics of how the game functions on a lot of levels, and that's I don't think good for the game. Like you can make it really oppressive easily with a lot of barrier and the barrel. You put him out there, you're not breaking a lot of that unless you have somebody that runs through the blocking, and the barrel makes that a lot harder.
Yeah.
So, or even I think Ant-Man security solutions, right? You play one of those guys, I don't think they can do a lot of that then. From
That shuts some stuff down.
Yeah, Grizzly's the best when it comes to that. I'm double checking what Grizzly says because Grizzly definitely does need to be seen as a butterfly swap.
Opposing characters within 4 squares can't pick up or equip terrain markers and can't be given close range terrain actions.
You can still run
So
through
you can
it.
you can still run through it, but if you have the barrel or anything that shuts off improved movement in any sort, it's just you've now barriered and they can't touch you basically.
Yep.
Which is very oppressive. So I don't want that to be the norm, but that's that's just what you're dealing with or what you could potentially deal with.
I mean, but if this is what it takes to have Grizzly see play, then I guess I'm okay for that.
Not to get too far off topic though, like back to Black Panther.
Yeah.
So he's 30
Yeah.
points. Even if you take away that sideline active thing, he's still a leadership outwit that lets you remove something from your sideline, and then you get to just take an action token off a friendly character. Board wide. It doesn't matter point value, size, just
Keyword.
like where they are, keyword, like nothing. It's just free. Remove that from the game, or not
For
remove
tempo,
the game. Remove it.
for
It's
tempo, that's
huge.
amazing. Yeah.
And you still have to invest in killing him. He's got Mastermind on the top dial, and you got to click him 5 times. So
Yeah, and he's also Wakanda, not for nothing. So you're probably going to park him at hindering, so you're not shooting him that easy either.
and he brings that for team player, which there's a ton of team player right now. So he's also bringing Wakanda to the board too for you. So yeah, he's easily worth those 30 points even without that sideline active trait.
And again, you can equip him. He can be your TK with the universal weapon. You could just give him a tomb, so he has a 6 range outwit.
He can
If
get
you
the
want
longsword. There's tons of options.
Or bag of holding. I mean, I know that's not super popular right now, but you never know. It's one of those like he's got lots of options.
Yeah, he'll still be needed just because of the one shots, because of like you want to be able to still shut off rivalries and everything, but needed. I guess you could win without him. I think that it's going to be hard to, outside of a few teams, like there's it really, really stifles things, because obviously all it's going to do is just show that the Hidari, Yao, and Colossus team is going to be the only team that's going to be able to get played without Panther at the moment.
Yeah, and that's not good for the game.
Nope.
All right, moving on to Matt Greikanos, Matty G. How annoying and wrong are WizKids HeroClix with the bystander tokens and equipment, especially in smaller sets and more boosters? Why did they stop the dice and token packs? Why not allow print and play or all these people making tokens, let their tokens be legal? They banned Major Brock's Bunker because it was limited. Should all these tokens be banned? Not included in boosters or dice and tokens packs. It's really disappointing. WizKids HeroClix, shame on them. I really hope they hear the feedback, honestly, from the players, and they just find additional ways to get the bystanders out there. I know.
I think they need to be.
What's that?
I know. I think that you should get one per brick with legacy cards. I think the legacy card pack should come with a bystander and a legacy card. Play at home kits. There should be specific ones or even random ones in play at home kits. I think asking to put them in a booster, I think, is a little bit too much. Because, we don't need to get that. That's where a lot of mistakes get made. We saw that with Deadpool Weapon X with dice.
I guess it's fair, but they did them with the one-shots, and the one-shots were just fine. They were literally...
Yeah, those are cards. Yeah, those are cards.
I just don't think there's much... Yeah, I guess I don't know how, like...
No, that's why I'm saying it specifically with the dice, because we saw it with that when it came with dice. Like, it was just, it could have been worse, but...
I guess I didn't
Yeah, I think if you just... Because legacy cards are something that's really, sought after. And... The bystanders being put in with a legacy card is fine, and then if you have them in random play-at-home kits, you're going to have people buying multiple play-at-home kits. And so actually, when you look at the bottom line where it comes to money, and WizKids is actually going to be making more money since it's limited to the amount of chase boosters they can have a store compared to play-at-home kits. And so now you're going to have more stores ordering more play-at-home kits because it's going to be wanted. It's going to leave the chase boosters still being able to be used because you're still going to be able to get those for pricing. But this is going to be able to get WizKids' bottom line of dollars out there more by putting them in random play-at-home kits, putting them in legacy cards. So now people are more inclined to buy bricks that normally wouldn't because they go, man, I wanted these bystanders, so they're normally going to get that. And because they see nothing from the secondary market. And then I think most stores can only get 2, and there's some that can get 4 of those chase boosters, whereas stores can order as many play-at-home kits as they want. So yeah, it's financially a smarter idea to do that.
So keep in mind there are 16 different bystanders for Collector's Trove, and there's only one per chase OP booster.
Yeah,
that's why I think at least 2 per legacy pack then, 3. Not just 1.
Yes, 3, but that's why I think that it's dumb. I understand their idea. Like, no, you need to make it in the random stuff.
Well, as a collector and a completionist, it really sucks to not have it be feasible to just be able to collect them all.
I would buy 10 play-at-home kits if they were random bystanders. I mean, I'll be honest. You're paying $20. Okay, whatever. Let's see if I can get different bystanders. Like, I would buy 10 of them. I
like the idea, honestly, of putting them on a brick, like a legacy card. I think that it just adds more reward for purchasing sealed product because a lot of people are saying they're not doing that anymore. So, I mean, that gives it a reason. If you're getting a simple bystander, that's a huge reason to buy a brick.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I think at least 1 or 2 bystanders per brick then would be good, just in the pack with the legacy card.
Yeah.
And then I think I do like the dice and token packs, and I think the dice and token packs, you can still have 16, and you just put like for the equipment, for instance. Like, that's the worst part about this. Like, that equipment, put those in a dice and token pack, and that's fine.
They could probably
you don't need to put all
that, right?
Yeah, because they usually have 6, and so now all you're going to have is you're going to have 2 dice and 8 tokens.
I thought there was 8 tokens in the dice and token pack. Was it only 6?
6,
yeah, 6.
And 8 is more reasonable because with leadership you're having 8 actions in 2 turns. So,
well, silver, you need more tokens a lot of times too than 4 or 6 rather.
That, yeah. But I understand still the pricing. Like they're trying to bring pricing, but like there's other ways to go about with pricing than making them these ridiculously hard to get bystanders and equipment. Equipment is where it gets really ridiculous. Like the bystanders, whatever, but the fact that they start adding equipment is where I'm like, are you serious?
See, and that's why I think that putting them in the boosters is, or not boosters, but like even like in sealed packs, like the legacy cards on top of the bricks would still like be a good idea. And then keep them in the chase boosters too. There's still that collectability. You could pull them, but that's also making them more available to people too.
Yeah, the biggest thing with these is availability. I think, and going back to it, you should never not be able to have anything not be in the set itself. You should be able to get it from the sealed product when you buy a case.
Obviously, release there's certain different things that are that you have the release day figure for
Yeah,
going to be that's. But yeah, other than that, yeah.
For the most part, everything should be in those sealed boosters or or comes with them, because that's what legacy cards do. They come with a brick. So
All right, going to Wes Robertson. With all the mistakes at Diamond and Alliance, am I going to get any of my Trove product before I get my Spider-Verse? I think at this point, there's honestly a very good chance you get Spider-Verse first.
I'm surprised
This,
gotten any Trove.
this is going to be bad news, Wes. Unfortunately, the product that was sent specifically to you was actually on a ship that was towards Atlantis, and Aquamiles decided to sink it. Since you're writing checks that your mouth can't cash, or your mouth's writing checks that your ass can't cash. So he decided to retaliate.
And then with Sideline Space getting so crowded, is Butterfly going to see a dip in play? I think it really honestly already has, which is crazy because it's one of the best pieces out there. But Sideline Space is limited, and it's not the perfect like Swiss Army knife it was for Silver even.
Yeah, because now you have to be careful, because now you need more than two options on your sideline, because there is a chance that even if you're playing Keaton, that your opponent can be like, yeah, go ahead, bring him out. You're not getting any butterfly swaps. So.
Yeah, and that was the thing, was I built with Butterfly for a little bit there, and then it was more just I wanted to do other things, and Butterfly just didn't fit on some of my builds. It was like I could make it work, but it was more of a struggle to do that with Butterfly than it was to just play the other portion of the build I wanted.
Yeah, totally agree. And those extra 10 points, even though they're, again, well worth it, it's hard to fit in some of those final points on these builds lately.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to stretch everything.
All right, Peter Marshfield. So with the popularity of the Bloodstone growing and the heart-shaped herb is about to die off, see, I made a plant joke. What do you predict will happen with Death Metal Wonder Woman? Is she still playable for the single revive, or does she lose value and playability? See, I think that point is very valid, and you guys disagreed?
Yeah, the only reason why is because, like I said, you have to then waste another attack to get those points. And in a timed game, like, that's very important. Where it's like, crap, okay, you're going to have to waste that second attack instead of getting even more points that turn.
Yeah, I also disagreed just also because of the fact, like, one easy thing too with her is she's still just a amazing attacker, and like the longsword, if you're not putting it on somebody else, like I had it on her yesterday, and a 12-4 top dial with her was amazing. I wasn't always having to roll blades then, and then when she hit her stop click, she was a 13 for 5.
But it's just so easy. Yeah. She doesn't have any reducers on that. And so the huge thing with the Death Metal Wonder Woman revive is playing it with pieces with stop click, like camo or something like that. And so just them being on that last click and not being able to heal past that, I think that for 50 points that she definitely stops making some builds.
She might, but I still think she's well worth it for just the fact of being able to save something off the KO. Like, that's still
we've already figured out how to get that unequipped with Butterfly swap, and you get. So with Scientist Supreme or Gambit, if you want to save 5 points for no reason, but yeah.
I mean, you can't get through his improved targeting hindering, but he does at least have that. So I think he's sidestep. He's definitely not bad.
No, but as a Butterfly swap, being able to unequip that can then make her fine.
Oh yeah.
So I still think she will see play, but it's mainly for the point denial. Because, like, there's a lot of times it's like, man, they almost killed him. No, I don't care if I'm not healing. Like, this is going to happen. Because I don't want you to get these points.
I get your point of like she doesn't have a reducer. Okay, your first attacker hits her into a wall. She revives herself. She's on her stop click. Your second attacker might not have knockback in order to hit her into the wall again if she doesn't, and she just might make her super senses.
Yeah, but it's
And
not a surprise. You can easily set that up for like a poison or something else. Like you plan for that.
I
Yeah.
get that. I just am not seeing that right
Yeah, no,
now.
I still think it's okay because you're denying those. They still have to waste another action that could have dealt with more figures. She will see a dip in play for sure, I think, but I think that it's almost worth it. This is the longest that I think we've seen her played post Worlds in a few years because she always gets that dip in play before like Worlds. The year before, like last year, we didn't see her play until Worlds, and now it's like, oh man, she's now everywhere for the last year that she's in Modern.
But okay, and also this, you have Hidari with 3 bolts. She's gonna have Pulse Wave, the Trick Arrow that can just deal damage next to people. I don't think that she's as good after the Bloodstone.
No, she's gonna see a dip in play. I still like her just for the point denial fact that they have to waste another attack, but
sometimes they don't. You Big Arrow. I think there's honestly enough answers that it does not matter as much.
They could be, yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. The biggest thing with her is I'm never gonna write her off. Even with the Bloodstone, I'm not gonna write what she does off. So
yeah, you have to think about it if you see her across the board. But I still think that you can plan it, and you plan your trick arrows based off that, because trick arrows were still on the majority of builds. That's probably the number one thing we still saw as far as equipment goes, right?
Oh yeah.
With good reason.
I mean, well, yeah, because they're so versatile. Yeah, they're great. And who knows what we're gonna get with Deadpool?
Not Cable.
Well, that's rough for certain people.
Well, you can get a bag of holding, so that way you can give them extra bags to hold extra stuff. So
I did need a Cable with multiple bags of holding.
I was gonna say he doesn't have enough pockets for you.
All right. After hearing McConnell's build with Mephisto last week, I almost wonder if his unending search for the figure was him knowing that what the bag of holding does before we all knew its effects. Plus, Mephisto is basically the hobo demon, so he fits in perfectly with most of the D&D campaign turns, into which is a party of murder hobos. Side note, I'm glad to hear we finally got one of the nicest players in CLIX's Mephisto. I think it was just the perfect storm of events, but yeah, it's a very cool combo and probably one that I'll need to play.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have too many things to play in Mystical. You're just like, I can't do it. Too many things.
Oh, Mystical's great. Third question: when it comes to shows that you're each willing to watch or listen on repeat, like my apparent issue with Gravity Falls, yes, I'm going to keep bringing it up until Ryan talks about his watching of the first episode, Tourist Trapped. Is show length, episode 1 to conclusion, a factor? How many of you would refuse to watch a show your spouse or partner watches on your own, but when you sit down on the couch, you'll watch it with them? Just how in touch is Rebgorn with his soft, smooth lady rocks? I had a plan for this question, and it didn't come together. I'm honestly just so far behind on the shows that I do watch, with the exception of Cobra Kai. That's going to jump into first place as soon as that releases, and I have to get caught up on those, but I'm not opposed to watching Gravity Falls like Miles is. It's just not on the top of my list.
I watched the first episode. Fraternal twins Dipper and Mabel Pines arrive at the remote town of Gravity Falls to spend their summer break with their great uncle Stan. Dipper discovers a mysterious book that catalogs all the crazy creatures of Gravity Falls and suspects that Mabel's new boyfriend is a zombie. See, I watched it. That's the first episode. That's Tourist Trap. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Do you guys have shows though that you just watch with your spouse or partner?
So like Kylie will be watching a TV show, probably going to happen when I go to bed after this. Shows like Grey's Anatomy that I will never just watch on my own, and I'm just forced to watch until I'm like, okay. She's like, fine, here's the remote. And then there's another show which that just came out with Zachary Quintos on, I think, Peacock, because she likes to watch those doctor shows. Beautiful Minds or something like that. I don't watch those shows on my own, but I'm forced to just to whenever she's watching it. So, and then sometimes like I'll get hooked. I'm like, why am I liking this show? I don't like this show. So
Dan, do you have anything?
it's crazy how much drama is there in a hospital. It's crazy. I'm like, is hospitals really like this?
Hospitals sometimes are like that.
All the time though?
Not all. It depends where you work. I would say if you're at like one of the big time hospitals, but not normal hospitals for the most part.
Dan, do you have anything?
No, we we don't watch all the same stuff, but like I don't ever feel like there's something that I'm watching with her that I wouldn't watch on my own, pretty much. So I mean, our tastes are different in certain ways, but yeah, I don't. No, that's actually like an interesting question, but I never really thought about it.
We have shows that we watch together, then we have family shows, and then I have my shows, and it's that simple.
Yeah.
All right, fourth, will you
So
guys... What's that?
Oh, I was say so she doesn't sit down and watch Transformers the movie with you in the original series.
No, she does not.
Oh, when I'm like ready for like to watch something like that, she goes like, "Fine, I'm turning over and rolling over to bed." Like I'll put on like one of those old cartoons and just binge watch it. She's like, "All right, I'm done." And I'm like, "Yes."
Fourth question, will you guys someday analyze G Gundam? It's literally Gundam wrestling jokes aside for those that are familiar. If we got a gravity feed G Gundam set like Pacific Rim, who is your top one? I'd say the Neo Netherlands Gundam would be hilarious with its windmill attack. Photo will be in the reply. Oh, I did not see the photo, but that was a lot of words I did not understand.
So it's Mobile Fighter G Gundam. It's like I don't remember. He's accurate though. It's very much like wrestling promos in Gundam. It's pretty good actually. Like it's entertaining. I would recommend at least like watching some clips on YouTube or something. It's pretty good. It's always over the top because they took what was anime about it, and like anime is very over the top in a lot of certain instances, like with fights and things, and they very much like dialed that up to 11 with this. It's pretty good though. I think you'd enjoy it. You'd probably find it funny in certain places.
I don't want to see any animated series get a gravity feed unless it's first going to be Thundercats or Silverhawks.
So I'm looking at the Silverhawks is cool. Oh, you say Thundercats too? Yeah.
Yes,
I need Thundercats for sure.
Wait, not
Or
Heat.
Tiger Sharks. The third sibling of those creators, after they created Silverhawks and Thundercats, are like, let's make Tiger Sharks. And it lasted like half a season.
All right, so I'm looking at this stupid picture, and it's got a literal windmill transformer looking thing, a weird fish transformer looking thing, a lobster thing, and this weird like whalefish spaceship.
Okay, but yeah, they're Gundam. They're different. I mean, I guess your equivalent is Transformers, but they're not quite the same thing.
So these are mech suits?
Yeah, it's from the Netherlands. Netherlands is known for windmills.
This looks terrible. Peter, why are you watching Netherlands anime?
Oh,
hard pass on this one. Gravity Falls.
What's it
comes
called?
before.
Mobile Fighter G Gundam?
yes, sir. Yes.
No, it is from Japan. I think what he's saying with the windmill is that the Gundam itself, the mobile suit, is from.
Yes, exactly. That specific one. So basically, there's a mobile suit from each country. They all fight in a tournament.
Yes.
That's basically the short end of the stick on that one.
Oh, God damn it. I don't believe we're still talking about this. So you're going to tell me that...
Turkey.
All right, so first of all, I don't know Gundam at all. So what is Gundam? These people choose these suits, so someone is like, I want a mech suit that is a windmill?
Yes.
That's like very... How do I put this?
So,
You're oversimplifying it, I guess.
I'm oversimplifying it?
Yes.
Okay, how much more complicated can this idiot that wanted to be a windmill in his suit be? There's a guy that's just like a fish.
Okay.
It's not a choice.
That one was just a cameo. There's like that.
There's
I think
5 of them.
Clip,
6
yes.
of them.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what it is. Let's see. So right there, every 4 years, one representative from each nation pilots a machine called a Gundam and takes part in a match. It's called the Gundam fight. And the pilots fight, and they fight and continue fighting until the nation represented by the last remaining Gundam earns the right to rule all the colony nations.
That's
so pretty much Neo United States wins every time.
All right.
Except they don't. So
Why is this windmill robot versus lobster robot versus whale spaceship robot versus fish robot?
Because they're fighting to see who's going to rule the colonies for 4 years. So it's like a presidential election.
Okay, that explains that there's a battle. That doesn't explain why one dressed up as a windmill, one dressed up as a fish, and there's a lobster.
Each one is representing the country. So the same thing like Pacific Rim. You know how like the Russian Jaeger looked different than the American one, and vice versa. And so you're going to have different depending on what country you have. Japan's really like shown that, especially for their animes, to show what they think would be representative of that country. And so like the windmills, like Dan was saying, is very representative of that. Is that Sweden, you said?
Netherlands.
The Netherlands, yeah, because Netherlands in their windmills. But
again,
like Neo America has a Chibodi Crockett, so is that crotch rocket?
No, it's a bot. Like it's basically a bot.
That's his name. He's a Goku with purple hair. Okay,
there you go.
What's the stupid fish robot?
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know where that one's from.
What about the lobster? There's literally flying space lobsters. This is so dumb, Peter.
Oh, man. Oh, you're so close-minded sometimes.
Well, maybe he just chose a bad picture, but I'm
he
sorry.
Did. That clip is
his name is is this the one the Yugi R267mm monkey crab roadie? Is that what the lobster is?
What is going on?
I have no idea.
Can we just point out that the stupid windmill thing, it literally just cuts off the arms if it spins of the person that wears the suit?
They actually don't wear the suit. It's piloted.
Oh my god! So they're not in it?
They're in it, but like they're in a cockpit.
Okay,
it's like,
so then they lose their robot arms. Whatever. They don't actually lose their arms. That's such a terribly thought out suit.
I understand that, but again, he picked a clip that's like all of 2 seconds in that show, and it was like that's all the airtime that image got.
Well, Peter, you lost me on this one. We'll talk about Gravity Falls one day. G Gundam Super Mecha Wrestling Fight is a no-go. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm sold on this now.
God damn it.
I'm sold on it.
I told you, Miles. It's literally wrestling promos.
Yeah, this is the brainless stuff that I enjoy.
So
this
Miles,
is like YouTube.
You won't watch
stuff.
Gravity Falls because it's based in Portland, but this ridiculous thing you're just all about.
No, so I won't watch Gravity Falls because I don't like that animation style. The same thing as with Uncle Grandpa and Adventure Time. I don't like that animation, so I don't watch it. I just can't get into it. I love Japan animation. Yeah, Japanese animation.
The Portland thing was just a bonus.
Yeah, it's just like it's just bonuses and it's just like added to the reason why it's trash. See, Peter's never been to Oregon. If he has, he only visited, so he doesn't realize how much trash it is out here.
Okay. All right, last thing for you dudes, I've got 2 builds plus the one I made for Ryan in the comments. See below, and let's see if Peter made them clickable.
He did.
He did.
Shocker.
All right. First one is the 100-point Nadariya with the universal weapon, Colossus with Bucky's arm, Diana with the Hell Cycle, a Timebreaker Pog, and a Lucas, PJ, and Scott Pog. I think this is one that we'll definitely see pretty close to
I was gonna say this is
the new normal.
I was like, this is really
built these teams for you, and so
I don't think this one is.
No, it's the third one.
I think this is just the competitive team that he made.
Okay, I thought he was made.
No, the silver team is Ryan's team that he thought.
Okay, I mean that's the typical meta stuff that's being seen. I see that he threw in a Lucas, PJ, Scott Pog on there instead, but
I guess the time break bucks. He's losing. So instead of the Shuri
and Death Metal,
it's Diana and Hell Cycle. Yeah, okay. It's just a little bit more aggressive and less placement. It's just go get him right away. But I don't see how that doesn't have a positive record. Second one is the Supergirl with Avatar of a Tomb, Caveman Wally West with the +1 longsword, Diana with the Hell Cycle, Zala Jor-El, Shuri with the Bloodstone, and Timebreaker. I think
going Diana and Zala, I don't think you play both of them.
No, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Supergirl is going to be worth her points anymore like we were talking before.
No.
I gotta read the tea leaves on this one because I still really like her just for the things that she offers with the way the meta can shake out with like just being able to shoot through everything the way she can is still huge. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's 70 points. It's like that's the problem.
I
That
know.
you're losing a huge part of what makes her good.
I get it. It's just she's 70 points with a stop click, which is still good. So I don't know.
I think she's going to need a few months because Kong is getting a lot less play too, and that was a big thing also is that she gets +1 to her combat values. So I just don't think she's holding up with that 70.
Yeah, we've still got the dinos. We've still got we've still got Swampy. We've still got both Swamp Things, by the way. So and Prime is always a giant, and the other one can be giant, and she can see the Black Lantern one and just shoot him. So same with Necron.
I think Bloodstone's got to play out, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, I can't write her completely off as the thing. She's still on my short list of pieces that I think are good.
And then you said Miles, I think you said you wouldn't play Zala and Supergirl together. Did I hear you wrong? You meant Diana and Zala, or maybe even said that.
Diana and Zala. Yeah, that's what I meant. Diana and Zala, because they're both doing essentially the same thing. So if you're attacking with one, that means that you're losing part of what makes the other one so good.
Yeah, because it's the first attack too, right? That it has to be.
Yeah.
They're both you can't do one and then the other and then Caveman Wally West. So this one I don't think is as good as the other one. All right, and then we have a 400-point silver team, Mystical, Hadaria with the trick arrows, Weapon Hex with the soul sword, which I love, Arachnite with Mjolnir, Wonder Woman, Death Metal Wonder Woman with Avatar of a Tomb, Green Man.
This is the other Mjolnir, though, so...
Yeah, with the... if you're adjacent, you get the +1 attack, right? And then you have the range, because his range is, what, a 5? Yeah. So he can charge Flurry and hit with a close attack.
But
so what I'm seeing is the only thing that I would probably change, and I'm probably sure you would agree, is that you'd play Hidari at 60 and Arachnite at 100.
Yeah, that would be... I like Arachnite at 100, but I also like him not being outwitted, so... Honestly, though, with Hidari, yeah, I like Arachnite at a little bit more.
I'd probably, if it was me, I'd probably drop Weapon X. Honestly, I like Weapon Hex, but I would probably drop her. But that's my personal opinion.
That's why he's built it for Ryan.
Oh yeah.
He did get Madam Web on there and the Black Shirt Porter though, which is great, and then Absorbing Man Prime on the sideline. So I do like this one though.
Yeah.
Weapon Hex of the Soul Sword was great. I played her at Rock Up. Going to McConnell Lamar. Hey, gents, hope you're all doing well. I'm still waiting for my Collector's Trove product to come in. I now understand a bit of the disappointment that our friends feel. Anyone else in the same boat? I was actually worried for a little bit, but ours came on release day. So I'm thinking that Spider-Verse is going to finally be the set that sees the timely releases again, and that's why it leaked early, though. So I think it was ready to go on time.
Yeah.
Did you guys? What was your store, Miles?
They got just Collector's Trove. We didn't get any Spider-Verse.
But did you get it on time?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was delayed by a day, but that's because of the USPS. They had it in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dan, did you get affected by it at all?
Nope. This set was really good to me. I mean, I played the same pre-releases that you did, so yeah, it was all on time. I didn't have any issues or anything.
Okay. And then he says Highlander Games has a great 2v2 event coming on March 1st. I hope everyone in the area can make it. Does anybody know by chance if that is everyone plays on the same map like they did in New Orleans, or if it's an actual 2v2 event like they've been running in the past?
Let's see. It said Highlander Games, right?
Yeah. Is it up on? It's 3-1, if that helps.
3. Oh, that's a ways down. Okay, so sorry, it's gonna take me a second because I'm only on to February 22nd. So let me see if I can find it real quick here. Highlander Games, right?
Yeah.
Team up event. So it is 2-person teams. How it works: each player 300-point modern team. There are some restrictions. You can't have the same identical game elements between teams.
Sounds like it's a classic one then.
Yeah, so it's not it's constructed, it's not sealed. So
All right, yeah, those 2v2s are fun. That's what we did for CLIX Mania last year too. So yeah, if anyone can make it out to that, absolutely do that.
mm-hmm.
A follow-up to Peter Marshfield's post. What are some good uses for the bag of holding? I think it really is just anyone you can throw it on for free. I put mine on Legacy Daredevil, and I haven't remembered to use it once. But my reasoning really is just to either snatch someone else's equipment before they can grab it, but mainly to save mine from being scored.
Yeah, that's the big thing I think is if you can get it for free, that's really good because then you can, yeah, like you said, you can save your equipment if it hits the board. So
Because then you can just keep scooping it up, and you don't have to worry about if you already grabbed something else. Because I've played quite a few games, and there's just equipment dropping everywhere. All right, and then Matt Peterson. How much do you guys miss me? Say Pete who?
wow, oof, rough. I miss you, Pete.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
There we go.
It's like, wow, Miles just walked off for Pete's question. All right, then we got Mork Bird just starting off with some positive feedback that I have loved the podcast since you guys started. Appreciate the friendly and human approach to everything CLIX with varied opinions. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Mork. I know I've been having a blast doing this, and we're actually just about to hit a year in March, so it's really been just an awesomely exciting year.
Absolutely has.
Say something, Dan.
I'm just excited for where it keeps going from here. Honestly, yeah, it's been quite the wild ride for the first year.
Especially because we were able to get that extra weight off, like it was like a pimple, and we had to go see Dr. Pimple Popper and pop it.
Are you talking about because
Tons
Pete's
of weight.
not on this week?
Oh, I guess he can work too. I guess we can also say Pete too. But I mean, this last year has just been, we were able to get weight off of our shoulders for the last year. So I mean, yeah.
I'm always thinking about the next rotations and what sets are coming and going. As far as sets are concerned, we're only waving goodbye to 2 solid sets, Notorious and Wheels of Vengeance post-Worlds. The 2024 starters and most likely the 2021 LEs based on last year's rotation. Honestly, I'm always looking forward more to just the pieces that are rotating out. We're also missing Deadpool Weapon X because I pay attention more to like what we're gonna lose because of pieces I don't want to see anymore. So like Prime Colossus, I'm excited for Deadpool Weapon X to leave just because of that.
And next phase is gonna be gone too. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff that we're losing, but I'm not
Actually,
honestly too sad about it.
I don't think that the 2024 starters shouldn't rotate.
No, they just came out. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Well, in
starters. I don't
Australia, they probably just came out this year.
Yeah. So that means they're probably not even losing Notorious and Wheels of Vengeance then.
I don't think it works like that.
But no, yeah, the 2024 starters should follow the same thing as everything else. Like that's probably gonna be 3 years, just like the LEs, is what I'm assuming, because it's not connected to any set itself.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what things like that would be. Because Galactus got a lot of years, and he was sold in stores.
Yeah, but he's considered a con LE.
And he's gonna be back. Or well, speculation anyway. But
I hope
Well,
it's
no,
that
he
one.
is. We are getting a Galactus.
yeah, I'm just assuming it's that one that's getting the legacy because he's the most recent.
Galactic Guardians. It'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
If it's
Or
not
the
that
zombie
one, I want
Galactus.
the zombie one is what I was going to say. There was a bunch of them really cheap at Worlds, so I picked that one up. So if it's not the big one in stores, I hope it's the zombie one. All right. Do you guys think we'll see any of the iconic CA rotation, or do you feel they get more of a run like LEs and have a longer modern shelf life? Honestly, I want an answer for this because we have not heard anything, have we?
No, but from what I'm assuming is it's going to be 3 years because the first set of Iconics, this is going to be the third Worlds they're going to be available for. the Spider-Man, the Thanos, and the Wolverine, and they haven't rotated yet. They didn't rotate after last Worlds, so it's looking like they're going to be like the Ellies with the 3 years of Modern, if they do rotate.
Okay.
Because this will be their third one.
Yeah.
Which just sucks because that means that Mern's going to be in for another year. Yeah, and then Beetlejuice is going to be for 3 years. Are you shitting me?
Oh man, that's bad.
See,
news.
I don't really have a problem with Mern anymore. Like, I just
Because
No,
nobody's
but you
playing
just look
him.
at
If
that,
he
like-
was everywhere again, then you might. But he's just
So
not.
now
seeing him
Keaton's
play.
going to be 3 years, and that means that after next year's Worlds, you're going to have another 2 years or another year with him, and you're not going to have a Panther or a Despero to shut him off.
No, that I get. I was thinking more Mern. Like Mern is.
Yeah,
I've gotten-
Mern's
I've gotten pretty solid at murdering Merns, so it's not.
Yeah, no, Mern is. Yeah, it's.
Keaton's totally different animal, but yeah, I guess that one isn't really.
Mern made a
I
name
like
for himself pre-errata though, so that hatred was well there. So even if
Oh.
Beetlejuice gets an errata and he's less of a headache, he's still going to be hated forever
Oh, yeah, definitely.
in the same
That's gonna
fashion.
be-
All right, Alec Musser, popcorn, chips and salsa, or Cheetos? Chips and salsa every time. That one's easy.
like chips and salsa.
Cheetos, and you have nacho cheese melted on top of them, or just like you get the 3 blend cheese. And
No,
you melt
we're not
them.
making Cheeto nachos. You have one option.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not
No, that
making
is
Cheeto
an option.
nachos. You don't.
That's what I'm making. That's what I do.
Who does
I don't know.
nacho cheese on Cheetos? God damn it, Miles.
Wait.
This
Can
guy.
I at least
I also
have?
do it with Doritos.
Wait, can I at least have the Flamin' Hots? They're still
Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
that's a style.
Perfect.
That's
Okay.
fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah, as long as you have melted cheese on top of it, totally fine to
What's
have.
melting cheese on Cheetos? It sounds terrible.
That does sound kind of terrible. I'm not lying, Miles. It's a little.
Okay, you know what? Just try it. You'll like it, as they say in Yo Gabba Gabba.
So, I live in Wisconsin. I don't actually like cheese that much. So
I'm just letting you know that Cheetos are crying right now, and they want to go to the party in your tummy.
So I lose this one too. You guys are both voting for Cheetos. We're not going to talk about the cheese anymore on the Cheetos, but just solid Cheetos.
Well, once I could have my Flamin' Hots, I'm like, yeah.
No, it's chips and salsa. Like if I'm just not gonna have melted cheese on my Cheetos, it's chips and salsa.
Okay. All right. Last we have Jacob Marcus. Enjoy the show. Want to wrestle or arm wrestle Miles. Thanks. Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah. I mean, we can address that for sure. Just I need to see your workout routine. I talk with my lawyers. Maybe talk with your lawyers. Or if you want to skip all of that bogusness, just be on stream playing Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
get
say,
2 free tickets to the gun show.
Bookwood did suggest playing Beetlejuice, and Miles will come down your chimney like Santa Claus.
Yes. That's right. I think people probably like. I am going to be watching Worlds like a hawk, and when someone brings out Beetlejuice, they're going to be so confused because I'm not going to say anything. But I'm going to make sure that we have eye contact, and I'm going to do the arm wrestle.
Oh, I had notes of people who called out Beetlejuice at New Orleans. I was like, oh, that person.
Yeah, no, and I have them too. Kenny, you are Kenny Minks is yeah.
You just made the list!
You can go ahead and use both arms. I'll do the same thing as Westpool that thinks that they can arm wrestle me. Like I will gladly just do one arm, and you can use both hands. You know what? Go ahead and use both feet too. Why not?
I can't wait till I just see the hand turn and just bam, arm goes down, and Kenny gets flipped off the table.
I could be asleep, and Kenny still couldn't beat me in arm wrestling.
Wow. All right, guys.
Yep.
Final thoughts.
It's really, this is probably a really short episode. I wonder if it's because Pete's not on.
Yeah, it's definitely his fault.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Dan?
Excited to judge the IC this weekend. Should be a good time. So, that's the one thing is I'm really excited to see what people bring. Like new set stuff's out. We've had like the first expansion of Modern in a little bit because we basically we lost a lot during rotation, and it'll be interesting to see what people build with. I think it'll surprise people, which is nice.
Yeah, and we've just been waiting months to run our Icy, so seeing 32 people registered already is just awesome, and can't wait to see everyone that can make it. And then after this week, there's the final build-up to our favorite event of the year, ChampionClix Open, and then also we do have the Spider-Verse set review coming out, so lots of cool stuff that I'm excited for. But thanks for listening, and see you next time.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Cause I'm so